was far away from the mic. I don't know how well that came through. Hello. Whiskey Cactus here. We are back with more Trails to Azure. Guys, this is it. This is the one. We're doing it. It's happening this time. This is not a surprise. Like I've said past couple of streams, that this was going to be the stream where we go to the conference, and the conference happens, and the events happen. That's what's going to happen in this stream. We are going to go do that. I am going to go back to headquarters and turn in quests. I don't remember if I've done all that yet. Let's just do all that now. Report everything to... Report it all. We good there? Okay, we've been promoted, and we got Invigorate, whatever that does. Alright, so that's all we needed to do. We have no more requests. We are ready to move on with the main story. What does Invigorate do? What does Invigorate? What does that do? What does that do? Gain CP by 10. It's not bad. It's good for building arts. Nobody really needs it. I haven't really, like, felt the need to update my stuff. You know? We, like, could. You know, we could do that. Shroud is so good, it's got everything. So yeah, she's good here. She's got space for something. We could put Septium Vein. Septium Vein, yeah, get rid of that. And then you can have, I don't know, Spirit Breaker. That's good. At some point, we can probably work on our quartz. I want to upgrade... You know what? How much Septium do I have? Or Sepith do I have? Because what we could conceivably do before we do this is we could go to Genten and unlock slots. I know we opened up all of Tio's slots already. Let's open up all of Ellie's slots. We're running low. We are starting to run low on some of the main ones. Just upgrade any of the reserved ones. It's fine for now. Alright, I think our equipment's pretty good. I don't think... We're not going to fight anything, like, really, really hard, from what I remember. So we should be good here. I mean, I don't know what fight. Fight what? It's a... There's not going to be fights. It's going to be diplomacy. No fights. Alright. I think we're good. I think we're going to do this. Let's go do it. Going to Orcus Tower. This is going to be a point of no return for the chapter. I think this is going to be leading us into the end of the chapter. There's one thing I want to double check. Is it under tools? Yeah, we're good here. What are we looking at for battle scopes? Got plenty. Curia bombs, we got max, so that's great. We've got... Don't want to use those. Those are great. We have 27 of those, which is fantastic. 62 of those. All right, so we're in good shape. We're in good shape. Okay. Yeah, I think we're ready to move on. One last thing. I just want to double check. Nielsen's still here? And he hasn't... we're not doing anything with Nielsen. Alright. Do it. Guys, this is and I am not exaggerating, the most important event in probably the entire series up through Reverie. This is the most important event that's going to happen in the story. The entire Cold Steel arc revolves around what happens in this next scene. Okay? Just want to level with y'all the stakes of where we're at. So, we're gonna need our notebooks out because important stuff is gonna happen. There's gonna be references. We're gonna take notes on things that we see that are weird. We're gonna take notes on things that we see that are, like, seem notable. And we're going to make sure that we remember all the details of everything that happens in this stream. Ready? Let's fucking do it. Here we go. There's Orcus Tower. I could see the tower clearly from my seat last night before landing at the airport. And yet it appears even grander up close. It's exactly how we felt yesterday. Crossbell's really put itself on the map with this one. Yeah, but don't you think it's a little too big? I mean, what are they even going to use all those floors for? That's a very good question. Let's write that in our notebooks. I'm not kidding. We're going to write everything in our notebooks. The old City Hall building's like a dollhouse compared to this, and it did the job just fine. It's a very good question. What are the other floors going to be used for? True, but the tower features more than just governmental facilities alone. Okay. In addition to housing the administrations of the city and state, there are floors dedicated to international trade and cultural exchange. Why don't we write that in our notebooks? You could say the aim was to make Orcus Tower the center of Western Zemuria itself. Dang, talk about shooting for the moon. Makes sense when you think about it. That's why they're hosting this trade conference as their first major event. Don't forget, this building's completion is going to lead to even more financial and information capital flowing into Crossbell. That'll be a handy bargaining chip when they're discussing new trade agreements, I imagine. Yes, from what I've heard. Though the potential benefits might not be limited to just economic gain. Anyway, what do you all want to do? We're scheduled to meet Dudley on the first floor at noon. Of course, we still do have some time before then. Alright, how's about we take care of any unfinished business and prep work in the meantime? I don't want to be in a bind if it hits the fan this afternoon. Which it's not gonna do, because Dudley has it under control, and Arios is there, and Ian Grimwood is there, and, like, tons and tons of CGF people are there, and CPD people are there, and the Bracer Guild, like, everybody's there. Nothing's gonna happen. Good point, it's not like we'll be able to leave once the conference is underway. Very well, let us make sure to tie up any loose ends before we enter. We've got a whole ass stream. We've got an entire stream. We should... Is that Noctisha? It is Noctisha. Or Notisha. Even from all the way up close, I can barely believe my eyes. I've never seen anything like this. Not even the tetracyclic towers compare. Oh, you mean the green tower, the blue tower, the red tower, and the yellow tower? Bro, I've heard things, man. I have heard things, and I'm not happy about it. What do you mean they're not called acerbic tomatoes anymore? What the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean archaisms isn't even in the game? Bro, I will reserve my opinions until we actually get to it, but, like, I'm not thrilled about that. This is what I'm talking about when I say, why are we remaking shit when we can just port stuff? Alright, you have fun here, and then go and tell Niall and Dorothy that I fucking missed them. Here we go, guys. Let's do it. We don't have a bit of time. We've got a whole stream just to do this stuff. We're good. All outstanding quests will expire. Enter the tower. I do not think we have any more hidden quests or anything of that nature. We should be good to go. Orcus Tower. Wow. And just think. We were on, like, steampunk like just 3 games ago. Get a load of this place. It's like high tech meets fancy living. This feels even more futuristic than the IBC building. Every floor is wired up to the Orbital network as well. There's also a direct line to the IBC for instant updates on stock market prices. I heard about that. Uncle Dieter insisted on it. True economist to the end. He has banking on the brain even as a statesman. That's not usually a good thing. Let's not do that. Well, all we can do now is wait for Dudley to come pick us up. Conference isn't open to the general public, so why don't we have a seat over there? 12 p.m. Here we are. Doot, doot, doot. There you are. It's Dudley. Hey, bud. What's up, dude? Hello, Dudley. Here for our assignment. It's noon sharp. Yeah, we got here early, okay? We're on time. What? Trade conference begins at 1 p.m. As for the dignitaries, they'll be here in around 30 minutes' time. Got it. Where should we make our way for now in that case? I would have preferred to familiarize you with the venue myself, but there's been a change of plans. Came to let you know that someone else will be showing you around. Who might that be? I don't know what voice to do here. I'm not sure who that is. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming today. Oh, okay. Mayor Croy. Uncle. Ellie, Lloyd, how long has it been? A few weeks or so? Hello to you too, Wazzy and Noel. It's been far too long since I've seen you, Randy. Tio, welcome back. Appreciate it. It's good to see you again. Yes, it is, but what are you doing here? Conference starts in less than an hour. Is it really okay for you to take the time out to greet us? Nonsense. The preparations are just about finished. We're simply waiting for the dignitaries to arrive in the meantime. Thought showing you around the building would make for a good break of sorts. Trust this is alright with you, Dudley. As you say, Mr. Mayor. See to it that you don't do anything to embarrass yourselves and Frank. Dude, come on. Once you're done, come to the security command room on the 34th floor. 34th floor. That's where we go to advance the story. 34. They're all yours, Mayor. I'll see the rest of you soon. You have my gratitude. Bye, Dudley. He's a talented detective, but a little inflexible, isn't he? Yeah, he's a real stick in the mud. Though perhaps it's that particular quality that makes him so good at his work. Ha! First Division does have a reputation for doing things by the book, after all. Where are my manners? I forgot the most essential of our tour procedures. Ladies and gentlemen of the SSS, welcome to Orcus Tower. Follow me if you would. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to explore. Same as ever. Yes, and the apple we call Maria Bell didn't fall far from his tree. Maybe, but it is nice of him to show us around personally before the conference. Sure is. Let's take him up on his offer. Alright, so, explore. Yep, a lot of responsibility. There you go. Reception desk. It's good. It's all good. Hey, bud, what are you doing? Your own affairs? Yep. It's all good. Okay, what do we got over here? Oh, we got nothing. We got, oh, we got paint for my car that I'm gonna definitely take advantage of. What do we got here? You can say anything? Thibodeau. Anything? I bet we are. I bet we are his favorite. I bet we're actually his favorite. Zeros to heroes. No, we're zeros to Azures. Is what we've gone. We've gone from 0 to Azure. Bargain bin bracers. Yeah, sideshow monkeys. Hey, remember when you guys were total dicks to us? Remember that? We're all on the same team, guy. Alright, here we go. Here we go. What's up, dude? Why we got so many elevators? Now you're just showing off. Building is 40 stories tall, and just for the record, there are actually 6 elevators if you count the ones reserved for private use. Well, I don't count that. Keep in mind that we don't have time today to visit every floor. Sadly, we'll have to limit ourselves to those related to the conference. Now, without further ado, let's begin with the 34th floor. Alright, let's do that. I see. Heard the same from Dudley. It's quite a tricky situation we find ourselves in. So we're telling him all the deets. Yeah, the Jaegers and Hayway are cause for concern, not to mention whatever it is the Imperial and Republican governments are up to. On top of that, there are terrorists aiming to take the lives of 2 heads of state. And that isn't even including yesterday's mystery hacker. Would I be right in assuming that the stolen blueprints originated from one of your processing units? Regrettably, yes. It would appear that a sub-terminal of Orcus Towers was hacked into. After the IBC was hacked months ago, I had our systems department boost their anti-hacking countermeasures. But clearly it wasn't enough. When you think about it, though, hacking isn't exactly the most commonplace skill. Yep, the most logical culprit would have to be someone with ties to the Epstein Foundation. Chief Roberts is currently looking into that possibility, though my intuition tells me that that isn't the case this time. No matter, all we can do is wait for the results of his investigation. A Jaeger Corps, crime syndicate, looming threat of terrorists. There's plenty to worry about already. What's most troublesome, however, are the motives of a number of our esteemed dignitaries. In other words, what some of the leaders are hoping to gain from the conference. Saying you're suspicious of the people you yourself invited. I have no misgivings about Princess Claudia or Prince Oliver, mind you. Yeah, they are known good guys. And the Grand Prince of Remiferia has given me no reason to doubt him either. Because he's irrelevant. Ain't no games taking place in Remiferia. Except for apparently like a mobile game or something that is non-canon. Chancellor Osborne and President Rocksmith, however, are another matter entirely. Yeah. The leaders of the 2 major powers. They have the most to gain from controlling Crossbell's future. Have they tipped their hands on that front already? Quite the opposite, actually. We've already sent preliminary proposals for various treaties and accords to each country ahead of the conference. Both sides have reacted suspiciously favorably toward everything we've suggested so far. The way they're behaving, you would think those 2 were all for equitable growth in Western Zemuria. That seems very fake. Unlikely, to say the least. The Empire and the Republic tend to clash over even the smallest issues. Correct. These sudden shifts in disposition would make all the more certain. Okay, take 2. Correct. These sudden shifts in disposition make me all the more uncertain about how this conference might unfold. I've already prepared for the worst-case scenario, mentally speaking. That seems wise. So on top of all the immediate danger, we're stuck in a political trap, too. Times like this are when I'm glad to have Speaker McDowell to lean on. And if we play our cards right, we should also have the support of Liberl and Remiferia during these negotiations. That'll be helpful, especially because Liberl is the country of good guys. We already fucking solved the problems in Liberl. They're just chilling now. For the whole rest of the series, they're just fucking cool. Come what may, my heart is steeled. The only thing more I can say... The only thing more I can do is pray that Adios is in our corner as well. Maybe. Maybe Adios is in your corner. Maybe Adios isn't in your corner. I don't know. I feel like the identity of Adios is a major thing that's kind of like... I don't know. Is Adios real? Hard to believe that you have even more on your plate today than I realized. Sorry to take up your time with this tour. Don't mention it. On the contrary, I relish the opportunity for a nice change of pace. That's why I insisted that I be the one to show all of you around. When you put it that way, it would be our honor, Mr. Mayor. Heck yeah, we're down if you are. Perfect timing, we've arrived. Bitchin'. 30 floor. 30 floor. Floor 34. 430 floor. Incredible. Big old windows? Yeah, big old windows. We're really high up. It'd be crazy if, like, something happened and the tower collapsed. Wouldn't that be crazy? It's definitely not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I'm telling you, it's not what's gonna happen. But, like, wouldn't that be crazy? We just, like, all fell to our deaths. Like, are we, like, not even considering the possibility that somebody might have planted a bomb in this building? Wow. It's absolutely amazing. Boy, is it. Get a load of that view. Glad you all find it as satisfying as I do. This is the 34th floor, where much of the staff will be on standby during the trade conference. Are you ready to have a look around? Lead the way, Mr. Mayor. We're walking down a hallway. A big old business building. Security command room, and then the press room just next door. There'll be a company of guardsmen from the CGF on the floor below in the event of any terrorist infiltration. I remember being briefed about that. I bet they're going to send the best CGF has to offer. I suppose the press room is where Grace will be spending all of her time. It would be so cool if Niall and Dorothy were in there. And that reporter from Crossbell Times? That's right, I believe I saw her name on the list, so we can expect she'll be attending. Bear in mind that the press aren't permitted to leave this floor with the exception of the press conference or any scheduled interviews. Sometimes reporters can get a little pushy for a surprise Q&A session. Enough to slip past security, even. Grace likely accounts for most of those instances, if not all of them. Yeah. Indeed. And we're walking. And we're walking. And we are, in fact, walking. Let me take the opportunity to show you into this room. Cool. Bitchin' room. Well now, this is more like my kind of place. It's like a break room, but it's so spacious. Precisely, this is the lounge I had prepared for the conference. Feel free to use it yourselves during your downtime. Base of operations, got it. Stop by for tea later. Next floor. Here we go. Taking the stairs. Well, take the stairs. Can't go down for some reason. Emergency stairwell? Well, I mean, if there's a fire, you can't use the elevators, right? You gotta take the stairs. It's just common sense. It's like the way down, going down is sealed off, though. Normally, you'd be able to use these stairs to ascend all the way to the first floor. However, we've sealed them off in preparation for the conference. Only the stairs between floors 34, 35, and 36 will be open. It's very inconvenient if there's a fire and we need to escape and not use the elevators. We should be able to use the emergency stairwell to get down to the first floor. That would be very helpful. Okay. Security measure. Yeah, but it's like somebody call OSHA. Here you go. What do people do in case of emergency if an earthquake occurs? Should such an event come to pass, the gates of the stairwell will automatically open. Alright, well, that's fine then. Just goes to show that no security plan is foolproof. Not when we have to account for the unexpected. Yeah, so if somebody causes an earthquake or something to open the thing and then use it to infiltrate, what if they do that? Seems like a big ol' oversight. Devising anti-hacking protocols will be a necessity, it seems. Since we're here, why don't we take the stairs? 35th floor. International conference room. Got it. Here we go. This is where all the stuff's gonna happen, right? Here's the conference room. Crossbell City Hall. There it is. Look at all the flags. We got Crossbell, we got Remiferia, we've got Erebonia, we've got Liberl, and we've got Calvard over there. Oh. Is this it? That's right, before you is the stage upon which world leaders will pursue the elusive dream that is diplomacy. It's very elusive. It's probably not going to happen. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the International Conference Room. Big old room with big old glass windows, huh? Look, I'm not saying that there's a bomb in the building. I'm just saying there's a lot of entry points that might not be the front door. What if an airship comes through the window? Like, come on. Like, let's think about things, right? And then they open up the stairwells, and then the people come rushing in. How many guards you got? It's incredible. Never seen anything. Nothing's gonna happen, guys. It's fine. Never seen anything like it. Must have had to take a chunk out of the next floor up with how high the ceiling is. As it so happens, the 36th floor was designed in the shape of a U so as to accommodate the conference room. The antechambers to either side will house the staff of each respective dignitary. Their personal security details will be on standby there as well. That's smart. I'll have to go somewhere, don't they? Let's move to the final floor of our tour, shall we? Up we go. A U shape, huh? With a big old, like, overlook of the conference room where somebody could get pushed and fall and die. The rooms prepared on this floor will be provided to the dignitaries participating in the conference. Allow me to show you around. It's like a big old hole in the floor. I don't know, man. Oh, that's the wall. Never mind. Fancy schmancy pantsy. Check this place out. Talk about swanky. Give me a room like this, I don't think I'd ever want to leave it. This one will serve as a waiting lounge for Prince Oliver. Yeah, that tracks. There are rooms in the West Wing as well, one assigned for each visiting participant. They also double as spaces to cool one's head should things get too heated during the conference. Makes sense. This room's fitted with orbital cables as well. Are we wiretapping? Requested that the wiring be inconspicuously installed. Now then, why don't we put the other rooms aside? I love how we're just admitting to wiretapping all the fucking rooms. Yeah, we got recording devices everywhere. It's all bugged. Everything's bugged. Anything anyone says in the privacy of their rooms will be recorded. Good to see you today, Sarah. Give me one. Alright. From these windows, you will be able to command a full view of the conference as it progresses. And also, someone could go through that glass and just fall to their death. I'm not saying that's going to happen. There's not going to be an incident. It's fine. There are curtains to make things private should a confidential meeting take place, but they'll be open on this occasion. Good to know. This way we can get a quick glance at how the conference is going while we're on patrol. If anything were to happen, we could rush in as soon as nothing's gonna happen. We should make a routine stop on our we should make this a routine stop on our route then. Seen all 3 floors. If you'd allow me, there's one more place I've been saving for last. I would love to see this. Spot with the best view of all. Going to the roof. The roof. Wow. That is breathtaking. I don't know, man. I feel like maybe we don't want to be up here when shit goes down. I don't think you can just see the exact line where the 2 fucking, like, image files are set next to each other. Words don't do it justice. Not in the least. The rest of the city looks like a miniature model from this far up. Makes me wish this whole get-together was after dark, but the view at night's insane. This little area will eventually become an observation deck for the public. It'd be a terrible waste, after all, to restrict something so marvelous to the government officials only. I'm sure people will love it. Can't wait for us to take Kia here, too. Oh, pardon me. Right here? Is that so? Understood. I'll be there right away. Just received word that the dignitaries have arrived at the tower. Forgive me, ladies and gentlemen, but I'll have to take my leave here. Not at all. Thank you for showing us around. Tour of a lifetime. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and thank you as well for giving me the change of pace I needed. I'll be seeing you all. Good luck with your security duties, and remember, give it everything you've got. It's fine. Nothing is going to happen. There is so much security here, it's gonna be fine. Alright. Time to do stuff. Let's make our way back to Dudley. 34th floor. But are we gonna go there right away, or are we gonna check every other fucking room that we... It's probably isn't gonna take us there. Nah, it's just gonna take us there automatically. I want to explore. Let us hereby call to order the main session of the West Zemuria Trade Conference. Here we go. There's everybody. Chloe. Olivert. Osborne. There's Ian Grimwood. There's Arios. Got Rocksmith. We got Prince Albert. And we got Dieter Croy. And McDowell. Here we are. I, Henry McDowell, shall have the honor of officiating the proceedings. The conference is scheduled to run for approximately 5 hours, during which there will be one intermission period. That's not a lot. Depending on how deliberations are progressing, limited extension may be granted. I'd now like to introduce you to two observers that will be joining us for the conference. As we mentioned, we have Ian Grimwood. He is a legal expert who is active not only in Crossbell, but our surrounding nations as well. Requested that he attend today's conference due to his familiarity with both common and international law. It's a pleasure to be here, everyone. I'm Ian Grimwood, at your service. Fuck yeah. That's our dude. We like him. This must be Crossbell's famous Grizzly Grim. Yes, I've heard of you as well. They say you're primarily concerned with issues regarding civil rights. It's an honor to meet you. You flatter me. I hope my expertise proves useful to everyone today. And Bracer Arios McLean. You may recognize the name from his many outstanding achievements in our neighboring countries. I requested that he too attend as a neutral observer on behalf of the Bracer Guild to further ensure our safety here today. So we have Arios and we have Grimwood, who are here as observers, and they are on high alert just in case any fucking shenanigans happen. They can nip it in the bud, right? Because they're on the inside. They're like with us. They're on the lookout for any shenanigans. There's not going to be shenanigans, so they don't have to do anything. They're fine, because it's going to be fine. But in case there might be shenanigans, which there won't be, but in case there are, these guys are here to nip the shenanigans in the bud. I'm Arios McLean. Pleasure to make your acquaintances. So this is the Divine Blade of Wind. Speaker assumes, right? Your reputation greatly precedes you, even over in the Republic. Tales of your... I can't do a good Osborne, and honestly, Osborne doesn't do a good Osborne. No offense to whoever voiced Osborne, but, like, the voice, I don't know. It's too, like, kind of a voice. I feel like he should have more of, like, a Bane kind of, you know, like that kind of, like, I was born in the darkness kind of shit. Like, that's way more frightening and intimidating. Tales of your deeds reach the Imperial capital as well. People often speak of Crossbell's divine blade, a man swathed in wind-born might. I'm honored. Without further ado, we will begin by going over each proposal on today's docket. Mayor Dieter Croy will be our first proponent. The floor is yours, Mayor Croy. Thank you. Now, if you would all direct your attention to Bill number 1 in your provided materials. Just fucking C-SPAN. It's begun. Yep. I already knew that Arios would be here. I had no idea Mr. No, we knew that. We knew that. We were told that. Come on, man. It seemed his moniker of Grizzly Grim is well known outside of Crossbell as well. Keep in mind, conferences such as these are meant for establishing accords and agreements between governing bodies. This game assumes I'm not going around talking to everybody all the time. Like, Pete already told us that. As such, it's necessary to have someone on hand with expertise in international and common law. I see. Who would make a better advisor than Grizzly Grim himself? I mean, he's literally the only lawyer we know, so who else would it be? It's nice that we can see the start of the conference and all, but this stuff is way over my head. It's not as though it's your place to be concerned with the actual discussions during the conference. Focus on what matters most, making sure today passes without incident. Got you. Patrolling the 34th, 35th, and 36th floors. Everyone on these floors should know who you are and why you're there. I'd advise you to take time to speak with members of the media and staff of the dignitaries. We will talk to everybody. We will talk to everybody. We are not going to skip talking to anybody because it's all going to be characters we know and characters that will have interesting things to say. Okay? And if they're not characters we know, they're characters we're going to know. May ADOs protect you. Alright. You sound like you think there's going to be a thing that's going to happen. Which of course there's not, because we have great security. Dudley's usually pretty steely, but even he's on edge today. I noticed too. It's hard to imagine today ending peacefully after what we experienced last night. Tio, I swear to God. You're gonna need to be hyper-vigilant. No kidding. Ready to get this show on the road? Sure am. Let's do it. Here we go. Talking to the people. Start up here. Work our way down. We got Lecter. Hey, buddy. What's up, Lecter? Man, get a load of that view. Ain't it something, SSS? Lecter? What are you doing here? Come on, you guys. I'm part of His Excellency the Chancellor's staff. Nothing unusual about me kicking back in here. Anyway, good to see you again, gang. Really gotta stop meeting like this. Give me one. Even today of all days, you look like you don't have a care in the world. What he looks like is someone with something to hide. Hey, don't be like that, little lady. The only thing I'm hiding under all this charm is additional surplus charm. That's not true. So those glares on your faces tell me you guys have a boatload of questions you want to ask. Yeah, what are you planning? We've learned a thing or two in the past 24 hours, specifically about the Imperial government's actions, or lack thereof, regarding the trade conference. And maybe what might be involved with Red Constellation and you being there in their, like, little hideout and shit. And what's going on, bud? Alright then, I'm not exactly sure what you've heard, so let me shoot you a question of my own. Did you know I'm working with the noble faction to take Gileath Osborne's life? No, you're not. No, you're not. Because as soon as we're like, really? What? You're gonna be like, how'd you go in there? What? Oh? Consider the source, everyone. Don't listen to a word he says. Ain't falling for this one again, pal. Fool us once, shame on you. Dang, don't ruin a guy's fun like that. 2 out of 6 ain't bad, but I was hoping to string half of you along at least. Suppose we can just chalk that one up as a crude attempt at humor, then? Listen, Lecter, because I need to make something clear. I don't care what your position or goal is. From where I'm standing, you're the type of person who knows how to take responsibility and get the job done. Owing to that, the most logical thing to do would be to cooperate with us, at least as far as security is concerned. Am I wrong? So that's your play. I was only fooling around about the turncoat business just now, but you can't tell me it's totally impossible to picture, right? I mean, we could just arrest you. Like, you want that? Is that what you want? Yeah, keep your eyes peeled at all times. Stay vigilant and see the signs. It's the key to a good writer finding inspiration, you know. I don't know any aspiring authors in this room last time I checked. Seen Broken Rifles shoot straighter than this guy. Sorry, that's all the advice I can give you at the moment. And you should keep an open mind about how things might play out. Expect the unexpected and all that jazz. It's real helpful. Thanks. See, the thing with Lecter you have to understand is that he's so full of hot air that, like, pretty much nothing he says actually matters. You can see our Morka village off in the distance. Look at those bees go, carrying honey and buzzing all over the place. Well, that's Lecter, everybody. Everybody having fun with Lecter? Is it great? Great with Lecter? What do we got in here? We've got a maid. Heard Prince Oliver is especially fond of red roses. Oh, that's nice. Hope he enjoys them. That's very nice of you. That's so nice. Prince Olivert. Mm-hmm. There you go. Who's in here? Some more maids. Hello. Mayor and Speaker will be sharing. This is our people. These are people. Amazing view across bell. Alright, well, there you go. That takes care of that. This is elevators? Yeah, okay. I don't want to go in there. Let's go over here. Alright, we got more rooms. What's up in this room? Got a maid. And a butler. These refreshments truly suitable for the president? This is for, Rocksmith. Sweet buns have Mishy's face on them. They're Mishy buns. I don't see the problem here. Any other food stuff would be objectively inferior. They're patriotic in a way. There you go. Rocksmith seems like an okay guy. He's probably fine with Mishy stuff. What do you say? Police officers they have on patrol. Scree. Oh, this is Chloe's room. Okay. Must be the Gerfalcon Kia told me about. Scree scree. Could you translate? He says, hello again, SSS, and nice to meet you, Tio. Scree scree. I always remember the faces of Princess Claudia's friends. Thank you, Sieg. You're the best. Best animal. Got more people. Prince Albert. Yeah, we don't really need to remember much about Prince Albert. He's kind of a nobody. Alright. So that seems to be it for this floor. Let's go back here. Just make sure there's nothing like else in this. Yeah, we're not using any of the elevators. Alright, you just tell me whose room is whose. Okay, it's fine. Alright, downstairs. Let's go. We can't go up either. Can't go up here. It's almost like they just don't want us to see what's on those floors, huh? What could be on those floors they don't want us to see? I don't know. Oh. Today's trade conference. It's of great interest to those of us from Remifaria. Appears to be going well. Hey, Keelika, what's up with you? Well, look who it is. How goes your patrols, SSS? Keelika. The looks on your faces tell me you have some intel about what could happen today. Sounds like you already know what could happen today also, Keelika. I used to trust you. You used to be, like, chill and shit back in Zeiss. Now you're sus F. Might it have something to do with your invitation aboard the Arcee, perhaps? You knew? We should have expected you would already know. How do your sources even get this stuff? Settle down, this isn't anything to fret over. I'm curious, though. Did you hear anything of note? None yo beeswax? Only some friendly advice, nothing more. There's still plenty we have to figure out for ourselves. Is that right? Well, the same could be said of myself. Just merely thinking aloud. I can envision as many scenarios as I'd like, but that doesn't mean any of them will come to pass. So many conflicting motives, there's still much we don't know. That's true of everyone working here today. Will today be the day the first domino falls, or is that juncture yet to come? Can you, like, come down to the station and start talking? Who can really say at this point in time? Like, why are you trying to incriminate yourselves? Like, what are you guys doing? I think I understand what you're getting at, but still. Either way, she's right on the mirror. The only thing I'll add is that my role today is nothing more than that of a presidential guardian and keeper. In that sense, you could almost consider us as colleagues. Let's say we put aside our allegiances and simply watch how today unfolds. No, my job is to, like, make sure shit doesn't happen. Okay, so I'm not just gonna watch shit happen, because that would be against my job, which is to make sure that shit doesn't happen. Not that I'm saying any shit's gonna happen. It's gonna be fine. Beyond that, I have no further comments to make for the moment. Fair enough. I don't like this. I don't like this. It's not giving me warm and fuzzies. Almost feels like something might fucking happen. Which, of course, nothing's gonna happen. Ready? You guys ready for this one? You ready for this one? You're not ready for this one. Here we go. Hit the jackpot in this room. Hey, you. Good afternoon. Oh, we're talking to Julia. Okay. If it isn't the special support section, I take it you've been securing the conference floors for everyone. That's right, we managed to eke out an assignment as part of the security. See, I'm not worried about Julia. She's fine. She's gonna say stuff, and it's like, I trust you, though, so I'm not, like, nothing you do is suspicious. So this room is where they've established all the big guns, is it? Metaphorically speaking, of course. Bet every last person in here is a ranking officer. Well, except one. I see one in here who is probably not a ranking officer. Correct. By all accounts, this room alone could prevent a major incident. It's funny how you say that. It's very funny how you say that specifically, considering one of the people who is actually in this room and could theoretically, hypothetically, potentially actually be preventing a major incident at this very moment. Absolutely. Not to mention Senior Captain Shore's swordsmanship. I've heard it's as fearsome as it is elegant. These fucking fans, man. Far too kind. It's nothing so extraordinary. That being said, no matter what happens, no one will lay so much as a finger on Her Highness, I swear it. Trust us to protect the conference room, and we will trust you to keep watch over the other floors. Gotcha, Julia. You're great. What's up, Mueller? Major Vander? Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary yet? Hello there, SSS. It's hardly enough reason to let our guards down, but things have been calm thus far. Even the discourse of the conference itself has been civil. I'm admittedly impressed by how smoothly things are going. If the conference continues to go well, that will at least alleviate some of the stress on the prince's shoulders. Is everything okay, Major Vander? No, I'm actually really, like... really going through a lot lately. Seem to have a lot on your mind. Suppose you could say that in a sense. We've only come this far because of the seeds he chose to sow. We have only come this far because of the seeds he, Prince Olivert, in brackets there, chose to sow. But never mind that. That's for the next game. Never mind that. That's cold steel shit. What matters most right now is our duties at the conference. I have a role to play as the prince's escort, just as I'm sure you all have your own, keeping the conference secure. Much is for certain. Speaking of the seeds he's chosen to sow, who the fuck are you? Can I do... No. Why even ask? Can I do a Megan Taylor Harvey? What's her name? Megan Taylor Harvey. Yeah. Can I do that kind of a voice? It's like really like... Been a nervous wreck all day. Can't let this opportunity go to waste, especially after all Prince Olivert's done for the Academy. Most importantly, I'm here as a representative of Thor's. Gotta put myself together and chip in. What's a girl in a school uniform doing here? I thought these were all high-ranking officers. Did hear that a student was going to be accompanying the Imperial government to the conference. Supposedly, they're hoping to gain some real-world experience, being one of the best and brightest of their academy. This must be her. Yeah, that's Toa. Here I was thinking someone just couldn't find a babysitter. That's rude. She is fun-sized. Somehow I get the feeling she and I would have a lot to talk about. She has to have skipped a grade or two, right? Nope, she's older than all of us. She's older than, well, probably not Randy. Don't know about Wazzy. But, no, she's, never know, that girl might just be right around the same age as you and Lloyd. Seems like she's right there. Like, why are we, like whispering about her, like, right next to her? Seems like she's got a good head on her shoulders. So I guess she could be older than she looks. Yeah. Yeah, she is. She's older than us. It would be nice to get to know her, but we're a bit pressed for time today. Guys, chill. What's going on, Toa? What you got doing? Let's see. I still have to put together the conference minutes and review the draft we're sending to the Imperial Times. I need to respond to Radio Trista's media requests, too. Oh, man. It's like Just like a little gift for anybody who's already played Trails of Cold Steel. Look at that. It's like, hey, here's some references. You want some references to Cold Steel? Here's your references. Here you go. It's like Easter eggs, but it's just a basket of eggs right on the table. It's like, here you go. Alright. We'll see more of her next time. And by next time, I mean in Trails of Cold Steel. Here we go. I've already been here. I need to go down. Need to go down. 34th floor. Here we go. Let me go further down. I want to see what's on the floor below. Why are you hiding it from me? For security. I know it's for security purposes, but come on, man. Just let me see what's going on here. Vice Commissioner Pierre, I don't want to talk to him. He sucks ass. I hate that guy. Ugh. Ugh, what a dickhead. Hello. You put all the lunch boxes. Listen up. There's a press conference scheduled during the intermission. Make sure everything is in order on the double. Understood. What? Can't believe that woman would... No, I'm sure of it this time. What woman? Hello? Complaining about your wife again? Special sports section. Oh, joy. Can I help you? What are you doing here? You can't just... Nothing. Nothing except my job as director of the security command room. Since when? Come to think of it, I do recall seeing your name sprinkled around in some of our materials. I see, I never read those, hence my confusion. Wow, Tio. You what? Here we go. I probably should have mentioned this to all of you sooner. Whoops. One question, if you're the head of security, why are you in here instead of the command room? Taking a little break. Please, Dudley has full authority while we're here on site, with my permission, of course. So you see, there's no reason for me to be in the command room. Too many leaders spoil the group, as it were. Think of it however you like. As your superior, I know what is best for the operation. Now then, you six, just focus on not getting in Dudley's way. We got Dudley taken care of. It's fine. This fucking guy. I fucking hate this guy. What woman you're referring to? Someone you should be wary about? Why would my wife be... Mind your own business. Fuck this guy, man. Fuck this guy. Can I buy something? Anything good? Canned juice? Get a Sporiton X? Honestly, this is pretty fucking good. Let's get a couple of those. Let's get a few of those. Get a few of those. Alright, cool. Oh, is it gonna let us just go in? Oh, that's not... I forgot where I was for a second. Don't mind me. I'm talking nonsense. What is in this room? Oh, look. CGF. Hey, you guys. Captain Grant. Hey, Grant. Consideration for the dignitaries. Yeah, part of CGF's orders. Minimize exposure. Bare bones deployment. Alright. Don't want to have a whole lot of cops crawling around. It's just... It looks like there's expectations of problems. We want to have security, but pretend that everything's all great and stuff. Don't want to cause panic. Out of sight, out of mind. Alright. Entire company of guardsmen, one story below. Alright. They won't let us go down there. And the gates are sealed, so, like... I don't know. If they need to, like, do something, if they need to be deployed... Like, what are you gonna do? Alright, this is the press room, right? Over here? I swear to God, I really want to see Niall and Dorothy in this room. It's so disappointing. So damn disappointing. Can you imagine if they were just here? Like, let's just let them be here. Why can't they be here? Trade conference truly is extraordinary. I never covered anything like this before. Conferences between any two of these countries aren't uncommon, but between Crossbell and its four neighboring nations, unheard of. Not to mention, both Chancellor Osborne and President Rocksmith are attending in person rather than sending surrogates. Imperial Chronicle colleagues included. President Rocksmith. Tyrell Times. Tyrell Times? Tyrell Times? How about references? You want some references? Imperial Chronicle reporter. Haven't heard too many positive remarks about the Crossbell police in the past. Okay, well, fuck you, first of all. Seeing how tight the building security is, I'm getting the exact opposite impression today. Okay. Shut up. Actually, fuck you. I am Thompson from the Ardent Press. Pleasure to meet you. You're a photographer with the Tyrell Times, if I'm not mistaken. That's right, but I'm still only a rookie. And that's how they met, and that's what they will tell their kids later. I mean, you're from Remiferia. There you go. Is this Rhines, Natisha, and Grace, of all people? Good to see you, SSS. Yeah, what, Natisha, not that I have anything against you. You're great. It's nice to see you, to have some Grand Soul reference. But, like, where are my dudes? I am severely missing Niall and Dorothy. And just seeing you here instead of them just kind of chafes me a little bit. Hey, if it ain't Lloyd and Company. Feels like we've been waiting forever for this trade conference to kick off, doesn't it? Yeah, it's been like 4 streams that we've teased it. It's the main event of all main events. It really is. She knows. It's the main event of all main events. It's only possibly the most important event in the entire first 10 games. Crossbell's leadership and representatives from 4 nearby countries in a bonanza of international discourse. And of course, a big to-do like this demands a primetime venue, Orcus Tower, the continent's first true skyscraper. Can you feel it? The nerves in the air? It's so tense, my heart's about to jump out of my chest. Definitely see the tension, but honestly, you don't look the least bit nervous to me. I suspect the nerves are coming less from her and more from her future prospective victims/interviewees. Tio, you're back and you brought that trademark snark along with you too. I'll admit, I'm not so much anxious as I am giddy, but enough about that. Someone I want to introduce you to. Meet Notisha. Notisha, this is special sports section. Nice to meet you. I've seen you all in the papers before. You look like an even finer team in person. I'm Notisha, a reporter from the Liberal News. Thanks for keeping us safe for the day. I want you to take this message back to your friends Niall and Dorothy. I miss them, and I love them very much. Happy to be of service. I've heard of Liberal News Service. It's the largest publication in the kingdom. That's right. They've also... Hey, Rhines, you're also from the kingdom. Look at you. That's right. They've also been getting a lot of attention in the journalism world for another reason. 2 of their own reporters were awarded the Pulitzer Prize last year. The Pulitzer? Isn't that the prize that Nielsen person won a few years back? I thought it was called the Pulitzer... I mean, it's given to the continent's most outstanding journalist every year, if I remember right. That's the one. Anyway, latest recipients are a duo by the names of Niall Burns and Dorothy Hyatt. Niall's our ace reporter, and Dorothy's a brilliant camerawoman. So the kingdom took home the crown last year, huh? 2 guesses as to what the prize-winning story was. I bet I know. Could it have been about the strange phenomenon that happened in Liberal around that time? I bet it was. Right again. Though technically everything they covered leading up to the incident factored into the decision, too. I see they sound very impressive. Yeah, I guess so, but that doesn't mean we just lie down and let them outshine us. Every reporter's dream is to win the Pulitzer Prize at least once in their career. And if you want to win the next one, then you'd better get the best scoop you can each and every day, especially this one. Got that, Rhines? We can't let any of those news hounds get the jump on us. Yes, ma'am. Hey, you guys. Take it Niall and Dorothy couldn't make it. That's right, they're on assignment in Calvard, so they wouldn't have gotten here in time. Touch and go over in Calvard. I'll bet it's got something to do with those radical nationalists they got running around, right? Word is the Republican government is concerned about them making a move during the trade conference. Look at you, guess that press pass of yours isn't just for show. Man, if you guys keep buttering each other up, you're gonna slip and slide all over the place. Dorothy Hyatt is Liberal News Service's photojournalist extraordinaire. It's a way to put it. Photos are both remarkably vivid and captivating beyond belief, and she's also the biggest doof you've ever met. As a photographer myself, I'd love the opportunity to speak with her someday. By the way, Notisha, could I ask you to deliver a message for me? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I love you guys, and I miss you. Tell him Grace says congrats on the Pulitzer. Once I win mine, we compose them together. I remember hearing the two of you knew each other. Make sure to pass it along. The problem is, we've never seen Dorothy and Niall ever again. They, like Annalise, have stopped existing. Alright, I think we're good. I think it's time to, do the thing, right? What do you say? Oh, yeah. Okay, fine. It's time? Time to do it? Time to fucking do it? Everything's gonna be fine, guys. It's so fine. There's nothing suspicious gonna happen. It's all gonna be so above board. Hey, Dudley. Noticed anything amiss? Just a whole bunch of people that talk in riddles. Monitor over there gives you a security overview of the entire tower at once, right? Mm-hmm. The tower is equipped with the most advanced security system on the continent. Numerous locations are beginning to incorporate video surveillance, as I recall from the IBC Orbital stores. Never seen such a large quantity of them in one place, however. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't be surprised to see them used to survey areas outside the city someday. CGF's days might be numbered, Noel. I don't think it'll ever be that simple. How widespread they become is going to depend on the public's approval. Alright. Without any leads on the terrorist plans, all we can do is nip things in the bud the moment they strike. That's right. That's why we have people here like Dudley, and like Arios, and like Ian Grimwood, and like the CGF. And I think that's everybody. Or is it? If you come across anything suspicious, be sure to report it at once. Okay. Now what? Oh. It's one patrol down. Nothing unusual to report at the moment. So far so good, we might as well make another loop around. Alright. Can't help but wonder if the conference is going smoothly. Mm-hmm. Want to ask someone how it's been going during the intermission? Here we go. Trade conference finally reached its halfway point. Before the intermission officially began, the heads of state held a brief press conference for the media. Meanwhile, Lloyd and the others took the opportunity to speak with Mr. Grimwood, who started his break ahead of the others. Mr. Grimwood, alright. You're our guy on the inside here. Tell us everything you heard. What do you got? Give us the juicy gossip. Make it extra, extra juicy. That explains it. Things being as precarious as they are, the SSS was asked to assist with the security detail. Not sure how much of a difference we really make in the grand scheme, though. It may only be additional peace of mind. Well, we're getting paid, so it's fine. Don't sell yourself short, my friend. You're the team that thwarted an assassination attempt on our previous mayor. Yeah, we did do that, didn't we? It's reassuring to have you all here. It's kind of you to say. Thanks for the vote of confidence. How's the conference going, Mr. Grimwood? Things appear to be proceeding smoothly thus far. It's a fair assessment. Talks are slow, but steady for now. Participating nations have already agreed to several trade deals. Dope! Mayor Croy's efforts are truly beginning to pay off for all of us. Thank goodness. Puts my mind at ease. Slow but steady for now, you say. Do you think things may get rocky in the second half? Things always get rocky in the second half. Oh? Is there something you're concerned about? Doubt I hold the jurisdiction to tell you this as an observer on the sidelines. No, this is why you're here. You're here to be our, eyes and ears inside the room. You just tell us all the gossip. The focal point of the first half of the conference centered on proposals that affect such fields as trading and finance. Second half, on the other hand, will be reserved for proposals from each of the various heads of state. This is undoubtedly when the topic of Crossbell's defenses will be addressed. Great. But if they do that, it'll only be a matter of time before foreign military presence enters the equation. What about the Non-Aggression Pact? It's only been 2 years since it was signed. Queen of Liberl did push the pact into being with Crossbell's best interest in mind. Technically, the two nations participating today never signed that pact, Remiferia and, well, Crossbell itself. In light of that, it's only inevitable that a new continental security framework will be discussed. Likely so. My grandfather shares your concerns and expectations both. Would drafting up a new pact and having Crossbell sign at this time not be the simplest solution? Yeah, but they're not going to do that when there's, like, everybody's in the same room yelling at each other. Has to be. They could model the framework after the Non-Aggression Pact and prohibit military force between all the nations. Oh. Crossbell isn't technically a nation. It doesn't have its own military force. Empire and the Republic only recognize Crossbell as an autonomous state. So as you say, Crossbell lacks the sovereignty to enter an international treaty. Economic arrangements alone are not grounds for the state to enter into a formal pact as its own entity. That fine line we tread is precisely what puts the state of Crossbell in jeopardy. Sort of getting it, but it definitely isn't cut and dry. Excuse me, but I have something I would like to ask. Crossbell is not the only autonomous state on the continent. Lamon, Orid, Northumbria, for instance. Are those states also barred from entering into international treaties? No, they're not. It's true that each state has its own set of historical circumstances as to why they've remained states instead of forming nations. However, each has also been recognized by the major powers as independent with sovereignty of their own. So they have equal standing. Exactly, they're treated very differently than Crossbell, primarily because their sovereignty is recognized by the holy city of Arteria. So why doesn't the holy city of Arteria recognize Crossbell? Holy city of Arteria is in the high seat of the Septian Church? Yes, as a city-state, Arteria's territory is small, but the Church holds religious authority across the continent. Numerous autonomous states and free cities owe their establishment to the Church's aid. Then you have Crossbell, whose autonomy was gifted to it by Erebonia and Calvard. That's how we're in the unique position of having two... Man, I don't even know if I know that word. Suzerain? Look at you, Lloyd. Powers above us. And that has historically led to Crossbell being dragged into their conflicts time and time again. Crossbell only had a modicum of sovereignty. We could work to improve the situation. But if consent from both countries is what it will take for that to become a reality, there's basically no hope. Well, what... What if... No... I have thoughts. I'm just gonna not say what those thoughts are. Wish I could disagree. But that way it does seem bleak. Getting back to the topic at hand, I would expect the Chancellor and President to have their ideas regarding Crossbell's security. Naturally, each country's terms for their respective proposals will differ vastly. Yeah, they're gonna want their military in our country. Each of them, right? Speaker and Mayor will have to be wary of what is said, what we stand to gain or lose. Apologies, my young friends. I'm sure you already have enough on your minds. Remember that Speaker McDowell is no stranger to matters such as these. And I get the sense Mayor Croy still has some cards to play himself. Think he has a plan? Well, he seems like a guy that always has, like, some kind of plan. So I'm sure he's got something. But what could it be? Well, I guess we'll just have to fucking wait. I don't know the particulars myself. Nevertheless, it could very well... It's very rude to, like, have your phone ringing and stuff in the middle of a fucking... Just... Come on. Bannings, the press conference is concluded. Dignitaries are now headed to the 36th floor. Where are you? We're talking to Grimwood. Is there something you need us to do? We were contacted both by Chancellor Osborne and President Rocksmith. Oh, gross. I don't want to talk to either one of them. Nah, I'm good, man. I don't like this. President is staying in the furthest room to the west wing corridor, and Chancellor is in the furthest to the east. Okay. Get that we can't refuse, but why ask for us? It's a lot of pressure, Dudley. It'd be such a child, Bannings. This is an excellent opportunity to get some insight on what each side is after. I know what each side is after. They're after Crossbell. Duh. Come on, man. Give me some credit. Lena McDowell, if the going gets rough. She's the one in your team best suited to handling these situations. Yeah, Ellie is on you. It's all you. All you. You take the lead on this. I don't want nothing to do with this shit. What was that about, Lloyd? You're not gonna believe this. Brace yourselves. Excuse me? You're joking. This is certainly a surprise. The Special Sports Section's name is more well-known than I thought. I don't know about that. I suspect it's because we're familiar with several members of their personnel. It's the only reason for their interest in us that I can think of. Might be onto something there. Regardless of the reason, there's no way we could possibly decline. Don't I know it. Let's head up to the 36th floor. Dudley said their rooms are on the furthest ends. I know, blah, 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 blah. We're going to go to them last, though, because we got to talk to everybody else first. Talk to everybody else first. Receiving an audience with the heads of state, blah, 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 blah. Right. I don't like this. I don't like this. This is not giving me warm and fuzzies. Dudley. High alert. Okay. Yep. Nothing's gonna happen, guys. It's gonna be so fucking fine. I promise you it's gonna be so fine. It has never been more fine. All nations agreed on that issue. Call it this Enigma. Is it an Enigma or is it an Orcus? Arcus. This guy's from the Imperial, right? Yeah. Hey, you guys. Rather unusual for the two major powers to compromise on cross-belt state proposals to this extent, don't you think? See, the first day of the conference went well despite any hidden agendas. What do you say, Grace? Peachy. It's going peachy. Good scoop. You know it. Pretty well for ourselves. Alright. Alright. Don't do anything that's gonna get you arrested. Hey, Rhines. What's up? Sometimes when they tell you press doesn't allow past here. So the Tyrell Times is the newspaper of record in the Republic. That's Daybreak stuff. Imperial Chronicle, that's Cold Steel stuff. Alright, okay, I just want to talk to Rhines. Not even gonna let me do that. Alright, who's in here? Nobody, doesn't matter, okay. Let's go up to the next floor. Take this nice and slow. I'm gonna talk to all the people. Who we got over here? Got Arios and Kilika. Oh, alright. What are you guys doing in this room? What are they talking about? Nearly a year has gone by since you left the guild. You're adjusting well to your new job. More or less. Though the workload is so much heavier, it doesn't even begin to compare. So I imagine. And how has Shizuku been? Cheerful as ever, though sometimes I feel as though she's a bit too accommodating for a child her age. She was recently blessed with a wonderful friend as well. I've noticed that she smiles more often since then. It's good to hear. It's already been half a decade since Saya's passing, hasn't it? Ah, it's mentioned 6 years since our first meeting. That's right, 6 years. You were wandering the continent when you came across Saya in Crossbell City by chance. As I remember it, she insisted you stay with our family while you were in town, no matter how much you tried to refuse. Imagine my surprise when I saw you working for the Bracer Guild in Liberl 3 years later. Goddess works in mysterious ways. You never quite know what threads will end up tying people together. I'll never forget the hospitality the two of you showed me back then. My only regret is that I wasn't able to return the favor to her. There's no need to dwell. The fact that you remember it to this day would be more than enough for Saya. Wow. Oh, some history between the McLeans and Keelika. Be rude to listen any further. I want to interrupt. Just remembered Estelle and Joshua wanted to see you when you came in earlier in the year. They were disappointed to miss you when they heard you and Lynn had lunch together during the anniversary festival. Were they? It wasn't my intention to give them the cold shoulder. If time had permitted, I would have been more than happy to do a little catching up. That being said, I've heard plenty about their achievements while they were here in Crossbell. It's amazing to think those are the same two rookies who came through the doors of the Zeiss branch 2 years ago. You want references? Here's references. Indeed, they were invaluable to us during their stay. Should have expected as much from a pair that was raised by Cassius. I look forward to seeing how they continue to grow. That's right, Keelika used to be a Bracer Guild receptionist in Liberl. That explains how she knows Estelle and Joshua. Yeah, I know, right? Small world. It's actually a very big world. Degrees of separation. How many Kevin Bacons are between you guys? Incidentally, I've heard you've been keeping contact with Jin. You could say that, though we rarely get the chance to meet anymore, our positions being what they are. It's enough eavesdropping. Nuh-uh. I want to keep eavesdropping. Alright, fine. But the eavesdropping is so good. It's good eavesdropping. Dropping those eaves. Hello. Waiting room for those of the company that represents from Ereboni and Liberl. Which means, just minutes ago, the Julia Schwartz was standing right in this spot. Makes me want to scream. Who are you talking on your Arcus to? Hello, Angie? Oh, fuck. Why Angie? Angie sucks. We hate Angie. We do not stand Angie in this house. Hello, Angie? Yeah, we're in the middle of an intermission. That's right. Class 7 is at Garrelia Fortress right now. Let's write that in our notebooks. Let's maybe write that in our notebooks, because maybe that might be something that we're going to maybe immediately see as relevant when we start playing Trails of Cold Steel. Maybe we write that in our notebooks right now and remember that for the next game. Class 7 is at Garrelia Fortress right now. I'm a little worried about what the Imperial Liberation Front is up to, but they should be fine as long as Crow's with them. You want references? Here's some references. References. Class 7. Angie. Crow. Garrelia Fortress. Imperial Liberation Front. Doesn't it just get you psyched to play Cold Steel? To find out what any of these fucking words mean? Yeah, so keep in mind, Cold Steel 1 happening at the same time as this game. So, let's just remember that, because obviously other main characters of other stories are doing main character things in other stories at the same time as these main characters are doing main character things in this story. Keep an eye out over on my end. You guys be sure to do the same. It's not like any orbment I've ever seen before. It must be co-developed by the Foundation and the Rhineford Company. That's an Arcus. Whatever that girl was talking about, though, she seemed pretty on top of it all. Not just anyone can do that sort of thing. Yeah, Toa's great. We love Toa. Huh? You love me? Angie? This is a serious situation here. I'll keep an eye out over on my end, so you guys be sure to do the same. Yeah, we love Toa. We hate Angie. Alright. Okay, fine. We can't? Oh, we can. Oh. Seems the elevator's arrived. How about that? Please, after you. No, I couldn't. You go on ahead. I insist you were here first. 2 soldiers by the elevator. One is from the Republic, and one is from the Empire. Trying to compromise. Alright, fine. Can we go in here? We can go in here and talk to the maids. Wipe, wipe. Wipe down of a lifetime. Alright, great. Hello. What do you have to say, Pierre? What an amazing view. Difficult to imagine any terrorists would take wing in such beautiful skies. Bro, come on. What do you... The mere notion is absurd. Simply no way it could ever happen. Of course it's not gonna happen. It's so not gonna happen. Alright? We're all clear that it's very much not gonna fucking happen. Okay. Oh, that's... Ooh. Ooh, drama. Gossipy drama. I see, and that's when you ran into Lucy. Lucy. That's her name. That's who I was trying to remember. I knew I wrote down something in my notebook back in Trails in the Sky the Third. I knew I remembered that name. Wait, which name was it? What was the name? I was trying to think of a name. And it was Lucy, but now I can't remember the last name. What was the last name that I was trying to remember? Hopefully I wrote it in my notebook. It's like right on the tip of my tongue. It's like, was it... Oh, we definitely heard it earlier in this game, and I was trying to remember the name of the first name of the person, and I couldn't remember, and now I remember it's Lucy, and now I can't remember what the last name is. Yep, I was only... Oh, Remiferia! Lucy, Remiferia, what the fuck? 2 + 2 = 4. It's only in Remiferia on business, too. Guess she caught wind. So Lucy was, as we for sure remember, because we all have great memories and we took diligent notes in our notebook 2 games ago, Lucy was the student council president at Genus Royal Academy in Liberl when Lecter and Chloe were there. We learned this in one of the doors, actually maybe 2 of the doors, 1 or 2 of the doors, star doors, in Trails in the Sky the Third. Lucy, whose last name of course is Sayland, Lucy Sayland, who is in some way related to Dr. Sayland. I honestly don't remember what the relation is. Niece? Aunt and niece, I think that's what it is. I'm not totally sure. I don't remember for sure. It's really not that important. But, yeah. Everything's connected, man. That's why we take notes. There's only Remiferia on business, too. I guess she caught wind. Tried to run, but she caught me. Eesh. Must be losing my touch. Can you even guess how many bonks to the head she gave me? Not a one. She hugged you instead, with tears in her eyes, didn't she? Dang it. I can tell exactly how Lucy feels, you know. She's probably well aware of just how dangerous your day-to-day is. I'm sure she's been worried sick. Man, woman's intuition is no joke. Makes my spine tingle. Never do know how to handle them. Maybe, but you brought it upon yourself. This really does take me back. It's been so long since I've seen Leo, too. I'd love for all of us to have a reunion. Why the long face, Lecter? Isn't this the part where you say, yeah, let's all have a bash at Michelin and party till we drop? Not a bad impression. No promises, but I'll see what I can do. Just don't hold your breath, alright? I know, but you won't be able to stop me from looking forward to it anyway. Now then, I should be going, if you'll please excuse me. No problem. Hey, don't forget to say hi to Sieg for me. I still owe him that salami. References. You want references? We got references. Here's some references. She's really come into her own. Liberl couldn't ask for a better crown princess. You guys think so too, right? Busted. Yeah, it was just so juicy. It's like the OC or Seventh Heaven or Dawson's Creek. Those are relevant modern references, right? Didn't mean to eavesdrop. Didn't hear much, I assure you. Didn't you, Ellie? You seemed very invested in their relationship from where I was at. Tio, goddammit. You and the princess sure seem close. What's the story there? Randy, what you need to do is play Trails in the Sky the Third and go into one of the star doors and you'll get all the answers. All the answers to the questions you have will be answered in Star Door or whatever in Trails in the Sky the Third. Or you can watch my playthrough, actually, Randy. You can go to YouTube and search for Whiskey Cactus and go to the playlists on the Whiskey Cactus channel on YouTube, and you can find my entire playthrough of Trails in the Sky the Third, and you will find all of the content that you were looking for there for that Star Door, which I don't remember which Star Door it is, but it's in there in one of those streams where we go through the entire thing where we see Chloe and Lecter and Lucy and Leo and all of them. And they all have their little hijinks at Genus Royal Academy. And I'm sure if you do that, you will be told to take notes on those things, because I'm very diligent about having you take notes about things that then come back and are on the test later. And here we are at the test. I was her upperclassman back in school. Prep, I mean, not Sunday school. Genus Royal Academy, to be specific. Genus Royal Academy, it's one of Liberal's more prestigious institutions, isn't it? I didn't know it had more than one, because we've been all over Liberal. I guess there's more. That's right, it's not unheard of for them to accept students from abroad, but... Did you study there on taxpayers' money? Nah, old man Gileath paid my tuition out of pocket. New context for old events. It's about time I hit the old dusty trail myself. That reminds me, you got called in to talk with the head honchos, right? They're both real pains in the ass to deal with, so good luck in there. What? How the fuck do you know all this shit? He's such a complicated character, Lecter. He's so complicated and deep and puzzle of a character, and he's so intricate and interesting, and I'm sure the payoff for his character arc is going to be phenomenal. No. Could he be any more sketchy if he tried? Who'd have thought the next Queen of Liberal went to school with an Imperial spy? Truth is stranger than fiction, as they say. Well, this also is actually fiction, so fiction is stranger than fiction. Whatever the case, we can't forget that he's a subordinate of the Blood and Iron Chancellor. As for what he's after personally, I think we'll have to figure that out for ourselves. Juicy details. What do we got going on here? We've got Prince Albert in a can. Done deliberating for now, but I'm absolutely exhausted after facing both Osborne and Rocksmith at once. Don't sell yourself short, your lordship. You've grown quite capable of commanding the room when needed. I'd say your predecessors would be proud of the way you handled yourself in there. 5 years since I ascended to the throne, Remiferia's domestic order has finally been secured, but I've much to learn as a statesman. Look who it is. Thank you again for your help yesterday. You even saved Speaker McDowell's life. We sure did. We're the best. We're the heroes. We're the main characters. That's what we do. Just main character stuff. Expect the upcoming discussions to become problematic, Grandfather? I do. Unlike the first half, I suspect the faults of Crossbell State will be thrust into the spotlight one after another, to which the major powers will no doubt be as demanding as they've ever been. I'm also concerned about Dieter. During our latest session, he was rather enthusiastic about introducing some truly radical ideas. Uh-oh. Such drive comes with youth, and I do respect that. However, I worry about what direction it may take us today. I hadn't thought about it that way. I'll start. Mr. Grimwood alluded to Mayor Croy having some kind of plan for the last half of the conference. Can't profess to know the details myself, but I'm certain he'll bring it to the table sooner or later. Whether it turns out for good or for ill depends entirely on how the conference proceeds, isn't that right? Alright, well this sounds complicated. Big ol' yikes. Big ol' yikes. Alright. Well, it's in this room. Chloe! What's up? How you doing? I ask you a question, Sieg. How do you suppose Grandmother would have handled this if she'd been the one to come? Scree scree. You have a point. I suppose I can't help being the way I am. Oh, hi. Here's a bed. You see me talking to my bird. He talks. He, like, actually talks and is, like, has capacity to, like, think and communicate. Sorry for interrupting. There's nothing to concern yourselves over. I was merely thinking aloud. To be honest, I'm glad you came to visit. Yep. Partially, yes. I was actually reflecting on something a tad broader. As a crown princess, I have a fair bit of knowledge when it comes to diplomatic negotiations, but to be a good negotiator takes many skills, insight, judgment, and objectivity, for instance. First half of the conference made me painfully aware that I still have room for growth in those particular areas. So that's what's bothering you. Give yourself some credit. Knowing where you can improve is half the battle. That's right. You're still only as old as Lloyd, Ellie, and myself, Your Highness. You're an inspiration, if you ask me. That's very kind. Still, being timid in a room like that is unavoidable at this stage of my career, but though the continent's troubles wait for no one, I nevertheless have to learn at my own pace and take everything in stride. There you go. You only get one intermission. Be ashamed to waste it. Yeah, no, just have just a little sip. Just a little sip of liquid courage. You'd be good. Perhaps nostalgic is a better word. When I'm around all of you, I feel as if I'm speaking with Estelle, Joshua, and the rest of our friends. Isn't that cute? Because those are also main characters, and we're main characters. It's like we're all a team of main characters. Wonder if we're ever gonna meet all of them all together at the same time, ever. Tea. Alright. You are the main character here, Claudia. Anything you do is the good thing, so that's good. Alright, so that's Rocksmith. I don't want to go there yet. Fine. Residence room. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, Rocksmith. How you doing, bud? I don't like this. Excuse us, Mr. President. We're told you requested to meet with the Special Support Section. Ah, thank you all for coming, but please, no need for all the pomp and circumstance. Go ahead and have a seat. Sure. My invitation must have come as quite a shock to you. I truly appreciate you taking the time out of your own busy agendas for this. I imagine you must be very busy yourselves. Not at all. It's fine. I'm just to be in your presence. You're Speaker McDowell's granddaughter, isn't that right? We met once before at a celebration of some sort, if I recall correctly. That's right, we first spoke back when I had the opportunity to visit Calvard with my grandfather. It was 2 years back. Ah, yes, now I remember. You know, I was surprised to hear your grandfather chose to take up the post of Speaker instead of seeking re-election. Truly admire how passionate he still is at his age. He's a model statesman, if I may say so. Oh, with the butter. There's so much butter. I'll slip and slide all over this floor. I'm sure my grandfather would be flattered to hear that. Not to change the subject, Mr. President, but what was it you called us here for? Truth be told, I've already heard all about you SSS fellows from Keelika. This year's Schwartz auction sounded quite the affair, wouldn't you say? Frankly, former Speaker Hartman and I were never on the best of terms. Well, I would assume that because he was from the Empire. He was part of the Imperial faction. Selfish as it may seem, I've been eager to meet the group that tipped the first dominoes that led to his downfall. We're honored, sir. Yeah, but real talk, we didn't do much. Guy just couldn't stop shooting himself in the foot. Very true, he's made his own bed the day he became involved with the cult. Yeah. That's why you don't go to those places and do things there. Ah yes, who could forget them? The DG cult. Their treachery spread across the entire continent, but no nation was more affected than my own. I owe you my thanks for putting a stop to them once and for all. Yeah, there's a lot of cult stuff that happened in Calvard. That's your cue to write it in your notebook. You're welcome, but really we were just doing our jobs. Honestly, I'd say our contributions didn't really amount to much, and let's just take a fucking compliment, Lloyd. Christ. I need to be so humble, my boy. I heard things were rather dire, even your Guardian force was being manipulated. I see. I see the angle here. You don't have reliable military forces. Oh. You could really use a hand with your military and your security. You know, maybe like, I don't know, the Republican forces. In the face of it all, you still managed to quash the cult and keep that little girl safe. Great goddess in the sky, those are no small achievements to speak of. I don't like this guy. You flatter us, Mr. President. How do you know all this stuff, and also, what's your angle? Not sure we deserve such high praise. Oh, but you do had Crossbell fall into the cult. I don't know what would have become of us. If those dastardly villains took hold of the IBC, International Trade and Finance would have come to a screeching halt, and I'm sure you don't need me to tell you how severe the consequences of that would be for our economy. It's true. All the more reason I'd like to acknowledge your valor. I think the fitting thing to do would be to award you each a medal for overcoming the severe limitations of your country. Oh, I'm sorry. Not country. You're not a country. For overcoming the limitations of the autonomous state that you reside in, and the meager, paltry, easily manipulated security force that runs it. You overcame all of that to put a stop to something that would have destroyed the international economy had your insufficient security faltered. That sounds perfect. I'll have the arrangements made as soon as I return to the Republic. No, you don't have to do that. Is it even appropriate for citizens of Crossbell to receive awards from the Republican government? Besides, we already got more recognition than I could handle from Granddad McDowell. Truly, I don't see any faux pas to be had about it. Your troubles are our own as well. After all, the Republic does hold this fucking word, man. Fuck this word. Suzerainty over Crossbell. Mr. President. Now, keep your faces like that and they'll stay that way. You received an invitation from our friend the Blood and Iron Chancellor too, didn't you not? I would be delighted to speak with you all more, but I think my turn is over. Not to fear, I'll see to it that you receive those awards we spoke of. Keep an eye out for them, all of you. Now, I may have provided more subtext than he said, but I think I kind of got the point. You know, I may have given him a little more tone. Thank you again for visiting. Yeah, I don't like this. I feel gross now. Something wasn't exactly what I'd expect from a major political figure, capable and devilishly cunning. Did you at least wait until we're now standing in front of his room, was he? To be fair, the president never made much of an effort to hide it. Doubt he was intentionally trying to place pressure on us, but that doesn't change the fact that he did. He was trying to keep up appearances more than anything. As Calvard's president, it would be good publicity to honor the ones who were credited with resolving the cult incident. Especially because the cult is like a big thing in Crossbell. Not Crossbell, Calvard. That's like where a lot of the lodges were and stuff. It's like a big foothold that it had. Not to mention, he said that Crossbell's troubles are theirs as well, which reaffirms that he sees Calvard as Crossbell's rightful owners. Telling me that was the whole reason he called us in there? Yeah, I think I was pretty clear about it. These big shot leaders in there got their egos as wide as their country's borders. Even Diet members from an autonomous state like this have nothing on them. I don't want to talk to Osborne. I really don't want to talk to him. He sounds like it's gonna be awful. It's gonna be awful. It's gonna be way awful. Hey, you guys. Look at you guys hanging out together. Isn't that adorable, you two? That's so adorable. Look at you two being all adorable together. Good to see you again, SSS. Did you have a status update to make? No, but, like, standing a little... Move a little closer to each other. Standing a little too awkwardly far apart. Have you learned anything? Fortunately not. Things have been quiet thus far. We're exhausting every avenue on the Erebonian side of things as well. Unfortunately, neither the nobles nor the reformists are intent on giving us any leads to work with. That's unfortunate. Big goose egg from both Imperial factions then, huh? Prince Oliver mentioned the possibility of creating a third faction, didn't he? It's been on my mind ever since. If you wouldn't mind, Major, could you tell me more about his intentions? I want to hear this, having played through the Cold Steel arc. It's only natural you'd be curious. I'm not supposed to say much, but I don't think there'll be any harm in sharing a bit with the SSS. To put it metaphorically, you could say the Prince is attempting to shatter some long-standing barriers. You're not allowed to use that word. That's my word. Taking a screenshot of that. Barriers, huh? That's something we're all too familiar with, yeah. Basically, there are irreconcilable differences between the noble and reformist factions. That won't stop him. He aims to have the two come to terms anyway, as absurd as that sounds. Prince is trying to get the reformist and noble factions to reconcile. Underestimated his starry-eyed idealism. Isn't the divide between the two sides as wide as Corellia Canyon itself? Corellia Canyon's not that wide. Don't be so rude. He's absolutely right. Still, the prince has committed himself to dancing toe-to-toe with a monster, despite how ludicrous it may appear. He's fully aware of what people call him behind his back, a showy, debaucherous bastard prince whose only concern is his leisurely wants. I mean, it's all true. He's fully aware of it, because it's true. That's correct. Let them talk. I've decided to stand by him regardless. It's very admirable. Prince will always have an ally in Liberl, Major Mueller, just as Princess Claudia has stated. We may not always be able to intervene directly, but we'll assist you both in any way we can. Alright. See, this is how we know we're on the good side, because these are characters we grew up with, right? We know they're the good guys. Best thing that could happen would be the trade conference ending without incident. That is the objective. That's what's gonna happen, guys. It's fine. It's so fine. Yeah, she was talking. Oh yeah. She was talking. Oh yeah. Alright. Off we go. Oh! Mm-hmm. Yep. Anything else we got going on? Who's in here? Nobody. Who's in here? Well, isn't this an interesting little thing? I bet we're gonna get some juicy deets from you guys. I see, we share the same hopes for the bright men and women that will one day lead our people. Indeed, what's truly special about them is their hearts and minds, so pure yet fertile, like a garden basking in the morning dew. Who are you talking about, Prince Oliver? You wouldn't happen to be talking about the students at Thor's military academy, would you? That's why more and more of... good afternoon, Special Support Section. Care to join in our chat? Not interrupting. What are the two of you discussing? His Highness here happens to be on the board of directors for a prestigious military academy in Erebonia. Yeah? Yeah, I bet. We were just discussing the finer details of his duties. Board of directors, those would be the individuals responsible for how the school is operated, correct? Damn, it's one hell of a side gig. It's just another one of my many schemes to get my name out there is all. I think the mayor here has contributed far more than I have. You're involved too, Mayor Croy? Simply meant as a business partner. The IBC is the Epstein Foundation's benefactor, and it just so happens that the foundation is part of a major test being held by the Academy. Really, I had no idea. It does remind me, I heard that orbital network tests have also begun in the Empire. No surprise the continent's largest bank has clout in every country in some form or another. Quite right, I dare say our little talk today was preordained by the goddess herself. What do you say to being a guest lecturer at the Academy one day if the opportunity arises? Though I'll have to warn you that faculty-student relationships are strictly prohibited. Amusing fellow like yourself must be quite popular, Prince Olivert. May just have to steal you away for a night of drinks once this is all over. I'd love nothing more, my friend. We'll have a rousing good time, you and me. Yeah, I bet. Since we're on the subject, may I ask how well you can hold your liquor? Not well. Not well. Just ask Shara. And Ina. I like to think I can keep upright when the libations begin to flow, though I've certainly met my match in the past. How curious, I detect a faint air of wistfulness about the prince. Yeah, well, it's because, you know, he and Shara have, like, stuff going on. Yeah, an old drinking buddy. That's it. That's what he's remembering. Alright. Is that the same thing that I talked to you? Yeah, okay. There you go. Well, you guys ready for Cold Steel? Setting the stage for it. Setting a lot of stages for Cold Steel. We're not getting to it for a long time. We still have to stream Tales of Exilia Remastered. We're probably going to end up streaming Trails in the Sky first remake, maybe. Not going to confirm. Not going to commit to that one yet. There's probably going to be that new Fire Emblem game. Who knows? Are we going to do another Three Houses stream? Who knows? We'll get to Cold Steel. That'll happen. we go. Here we go. Chancellor Osborne, we received word that you wish to speak with the Special Support Section. Do come in. Magnificent view, isn't it? It's fascinating to think that mankind built a structure like this to look down on the world below. These walls in which we stand are proof that we've finally attained the glory the ancient civilization once held. So they are. Referring to the ancient Sumerians from over 1,200 years ago. Everything we've heard about them makes it sound like they more or less had magic at their fingertips. Maybe they did. Theirs wasn't necessarily a utopia, mind you. During last year's Liberl incident, a large floating city appeared over the kingdom. The city was constructed before the Great Collapse, yet was sealed away by human hands. It's a symbol of mankind's potential as well as its hubris. Potential and hubris? Seem like a very well-informed man. Yeah, well, I was kind of part of the plan that made that happen. Or was I? No, I definitely was. Or was I? Maybe I actually wasn't. Maybe you're mistaken. Maybe you just think you know things and you don't actually know things. Wouldn't say I know everything. As far as Crossbell is concerned, I haven't discovered nearly as much as that priest Joachim Gunter did. Okay, so you're just gonna name drop a whole bunch of shit to prove that you're more well-informed than we are? Is that what you're doing? Is that what this is? It's what we don't know that lends weight to the affairs of the world. If you had everything in the palm of your hand, life as we live it would be helplessly mundane. Don't you agree, Wazi Hemisphere? How so you know of me? Or do you? I get the sense that my name is the only dirty little secret of mine you've uncovered. What you talking about, Wazi? What dirty little secrets? What you got? That would simply mean that you have none worthy of capturing my attention. No, my interests lie far more in the realm of the war god, more specifically his successor. Yeah? The Imperial Intelligence Division. Their ability to gather information is second to none. Haha. Haha, he says. Although, haha, everybody fucking says. They all say it. Where are my manners? I am Gileath Osborne, representative of the Empire of Erebonia. Heard much about you from Lecter. Care to join me for a friendly chat before the intermission ends? Yeah, how friendly is it really? Well then, Chancellor, what is it you want to discuss with us? You already seem all too aware of everything that's happening right now. No need to overthink it. It's nothing more than a civil conversation. There is something I would like to hear your opinions on, however. Our opinions? Yes, I'll be frank. How long do you think your precious crossbell will last? Don't care for that. Bit of a loaded question, isn't it? On the contrary, I bear no ill intentions. That's just fucking not true. History tells us that no political entity can last in perpetuity. And that's discounting the Orbital Revolution, which has accelerated all aspects of the contemporary world. How much longer can a land as contested as Crossbell withstand the coming turbulence of this era? I'm not sure. Forever. It's adorable, Noel. You're adorable. I love you. As long as there are citizens in this state who have the will to protect it. Noel, it's adorable. You're adorable. I love you. True, little matters more than having a solid will. A resolve, one might say. There are rare incidences. Take two. There are rare instances in time when trends are bucked and the course of history itself has changed. People are never truly powerless. I don't doubt the potential their resolve can hold. Then you agree. But consider this, what happens when two opposing resolves clash. Military fights. And we don't have one. It's simple, the lesser of the two would be engulfed, fanning the flames of upheaval hotter still. Now suppose those hellborn fires were to emerge again and again across the land. The integrity of morality itself would be smelted in that searing heat until the world itself was ablaze. Such a phenomenon would surely be easy for you to imagine, would it not? He said with a fucking smirk on his face. I can understand how Crossbell's resolve might seem lesser compared to that of the Empire or the Republic. But even a small flame is capable of burning. That's adorable, Lloyd. Even a small flame is capable of burning bright. It's not a foregone conclusion that the larger will engulf it. Just as it wasn't when Liberl repelled the Imperial army. Okay, Lloyd, where's your Cassius Bright? Ah, that's right. It was 12 years ago during the 100 Days War. Well played. Resolve is ultimately a question of tenacity. Liberl was small but tenacious. It overcame the shambolic effort the Empire put forward. There is much Crossbell could stand to glean from that moment in time. Yeah, just get your own Crossbell, or get your own Cassius Bright. However, I remain unconvinced that Crossbellans hold the same pride and conviction that the people of Liberl do. That's just rude. I'll leave things at that. Our intermission is coming to a close. Almost slipped my mind. Don't expect any medals from the Imperial government. Nobility grows even more irksome when awards are given to commoners. Well, honestly, I feel a little less gross from that than I did from the one with Rocksmith, if I'm being honest. Consider yourselves fortunate. I rarely see His Excellency in such an agreeable Fuck you, dude. Get out of here. I'll kick you out that fucking window. Seems we're taking a liking to you. I understand it may be a tough pill to swallow, but I suggest you accept what he had to say. Perhaps it isn't my place to tell you that, given my... Yeah, shut the fuck up or I'm gonna kick you out that window. Dude. Who even are you? You're not a main character. That was horrible. Man's a damn monster. Either way, we can't let it get to us. Have to take his perspective at face value. Hey, Tio, you okay? Yes, I'll be fine. Imagery he invoked was a little too vivid. I got lightheaded, that's all. Can't blame you. Even I could feel those flames he kept talking about breathing down my neck. Calling the Blood and Iron Chancellor a monster is putting things lightly. He believes he holds the whole of Crossbell in the palm of his hand. Maybe, but I'm not so sure he called us there to torment us, believe it or not. Same goes for President Rocksmith. I think the interest they've taken in us is genuine, for better or worse. Let's just take it for what it's been, a learning experience. Oh, Lloyd, you adorable little naive fool. Give it to Lloyd. Alright, over the barriers. Back to Dudley. Let's go. This is taking forever. We're going to be here. We're still going to be here a while. Nothing's happened yet. And of course, nothing's going to happen. But, you know, we got to get through the whole day. Discourse became more turbulent as the second half of the conference. Question after biting question, each one aimed at Crossbell's security and future. Oh, more sullen and stern. All right. Well, here we go. The heart of the problem is that a lone cult was able to cause so much public disorder in a single night, no less. Moreover, half of Crossbell's state guard fell under their control, quite literally at that. Such a failure of security is unprecedented. Be that as it may, I was under the impression that we had already covered this in full detail. Details are not what is in question. It is the quality of your state's crisis management that so concerns us. Hey, we have superheroes called the SSS. Cannot deny the extent to which that incident endangered the lives and property of Imperial citizens in your borders. What do you have to say to that? Now, hold on just a moment, Chancellor. Reparations and redresses in the wake of the cult incident have already been administered. Demanding further mirror on top of that will only serve to cast Erebonia in a most unfavorable light. Monetary compensation is not the issue either, Your Highness. Crossbell state government has still yet to answer how it can comprehensively guarantee its security. There is no need to protect the lives. There is a need to protect the lives, property, and economic interests of all those in and tied to Crossbell. Can such protection truly be assured from a state constantly mired in political gridlock, a state so susceptible to top-down corruption? Pardon me, but I heard former Speaker Hartman was immediately removed from office upon his corruption coming to light. Crossbell's political system has proven perfectly capable of self-correction. Would a new security framework not suffice? I must disagree, Your Lordship. Surely you don't believe it would be that easy. Crossbell's political foundation is prone to corruption by nature. I, of course, acknowledge that Mayor Croy and Speaker McDowell have been nothing less than outstanding statesmen. But what will happen to Crossbell when they're gone? How quickly would things regress without their leadership? I apologize for my cynicism here, but corruption and government have long been inalienable. This is true not only of Crossbell, but of my own kingdom as well. Taking that into consideration, would it not be best for us to observe whether the Speaker and Mayor can bring about political reform during their terms? Pardon me for saying so, Your Highness, but you're a woman. Oh. Pardon me for saying so, Your Highness, but I believe that is rather naive of you. I understand why you would be hopeful. So that's what he's saying, more or less. However, the state of Crossbell cannot be so easily compared to a monarchy such as Liberl. Undermining the political system of a land that has no central or traditional authority is a simple feat. Now, keep in mind that when we played through Sky First Chapter, the whole part of the coup that was being stoked by Ouroboros, as we later learned, with influence from the Empire, was because Alan Richard and the other coups, people involved in the coup, did not believe that a woman could be strong enough to rule the country. So, that has been an albatross around Chloe and Alicia, but Chloe especially, for the entire Sky arc. History has proven that time and again. That may be true, but also, fuck you. If I may, my native Calvard is founded upon our honorable Republic Charter in lieu of a monarchy. It was an impressive undertaking by various powers and groups that gathered after our revolution 100 years ago. With that charter in place, our country knows our system can survive with dignity, even if it, too, at times may be stricken with corruption. And also, that revolution was led by a woman. Osborne, so shut the fuck up. So you say, but it is not as though our autonomous state law isn't without its own pride and honor. I'll concede that in our state's young history, imperfections in its design have come to light. But so too is it indisputable that we have been improving upon it slowly but surely. Mr. Grimwood, may I ask how many additional laws and amendments have been passed by Crossbell's government in the last 10 years? Of course, while I don't have the exact figure in front of me, I would estimate 50 in total. Only 50 in 10 years? Why, how can that be? It's an average of just 5 a year. Perhaps, though the rate has been trending upward in recent times. There were 12 laws passed last year, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so admittedly, many of those were Dude, shut the fuck up. Why would you add that? Many of those were merely addendums to existing financial and orbital network provisions. Regardless, I think it's clear that we cannot assume a meaningful new security framework would be so promptly implemented. As I suspected, it would be wiser to seek alternative solutions in the interim. I agree wholeheartedly. My, I hadn't realized the two of you had become such close bedfellows. Perhaps you'd care to settle the territorial dispute over the Nord Highlands as well, while you're at it? Look at you with your fucking Cold Steel references, Olivert. Look at that. Look at him just dropping fucking references. That's right, though. By the way, you're supposed to be writing all of this in the notebook, so I'm not going to keep telling you. Point well taken, Your Highness. We'll have to leave discussing that matter for another day. Time is growing short, gentlemen. I advise we move on to another point of discussion. Very well, then as proposed by His Excellency, let us now review. This sounds bad. I don't like this. This is bad. It's exactly what Mr. Grimwood warned us would happen. Blood and Iron Chancellor and President Rocksmith are going knives out on Crossbell as we speak. Is there nothing the mayor or speaker can say in objection? Fortunately, it's as they stated, Crossbell and state law has more than a few structural flaws. This makes it so difficult for my grandfather and Uncle Dieter to deny what they're saying. Maybe, but the major powers themselves were the ones who built those flaws into Crossbell during its founding 70 years ago. Yeah, it's almost like they did it on purpose, right? It's almost like that's intentional. They have no right to use that against us to force their own agenda. Well, what if that's what they did on purpose 70 years ago so that they could keep doing this the entire time? What if that was intentional? They scripted things to go down like this from the very beginning. Discourse of the conference has nothing to do with us. Keep your heads on straight. Make sure there's no terrorists. You know, I kind of want there maybe to be some terrorists. If I'm being honest, I kind of want all these fuckers to get shot. Especially Osborne and Rocksmith. What if we let that happen? What if we save Olivert, we save Claudia, we save Albert, we save Croy, Dieter Croy, and we save Henry McDowell and Ian Grimwood and Arios, and maybe we let the other two go down. What if that? Maybe things would be better for us. No. No, because that would be playing into their hands. And then they could declare all-out war and just... do another patrol. I don't want to do another patrol. We've been doing this for 2 hours. Emma, is something... What? What do you mean, what? What do you mean, what? Are you telling me there's something going on? Is something happening? I thought nothing was going to happen. Red Constellation and Hayway are both on the move. We've already shaken off our surveillance. That's probably bad. Alright, get your asses in gear. We gotta stop. We gotta stop whatever's gonna happen. Not that there's anything gonna happen. We just still don't know that there's something gonna happen. Stay alert. I'll keep you posted. Alright, back to patrolling. Yes, that's right. Should begin mobilizing our officers in reserve. I don't know, man. I'm feeling uneasy. It's really gonna go down, huh? What the hell are they planning? Randy. Try to keep cool, Randy. No, the Red Constellation wouldn't try to pull something here at the conference. Front of the police force is protecting the entrance of the building. You don't suppose they're about to pick a fight with each other now, of all times, do you? Well, maybe they do that as a distraction, so that they get all the people that... if they do that. I beg your pardon. Excuse me. They having conversations down there? They're getting feisty? They feisty conversations now? Your Excellency, might I ask you to repeat yourself? I'm praying with every fiber of my being that I simply misheard you. Gladly say it as many times as you required. Disband the Crossbell Guardian Force. Then in its place, station security forces from abroad permanently within the state. That's the most logical course of action. Please wait a moment. Surely you aren't forgetting the terms of the non-aggression pact now. Oh, Chloe. Oh, you poor thing. Perish the thought. We agreed not to use force to solve our disputes in or over Crossbell. This, however, is not an attempt at invasion. It's merely I merely state the obvious. A useless pseudo-military that loses control and threatens its own people's lives is better off dissolved. In practice, the Crossbell Guardian Force is inconsequential when placed before the Imperial or even Republican armies. CGF's armored cars may well be made of paper compared to a true tank. Say nothing of the drain on Crossbell and Mira they cost to maintain. Leave matters of state security to foreign military forces. This is the best and most cost-efficient solution for mere autonomous territory. Consider that far too radical an option. And just how would you propose these foreign military forces be designated? Do you, the Chancellor of Erebonia, plan on nominating the Imperial Army? That'd be rather tone-deaf, historically speaking. Haha, I don't recall saying anything of the sort. But now you bring it up, I am willing to forgive Crossbell's past transgressions and offer the Imperial Army's aid if necessary. It's a small price to pay for the sake of peace in Western Zemuria, wouldn't you say? It's a nice business you got here. It would be a shame if something happened to it. Settle down, everyone. There's no reason to get so worked up. Let the Republic's military in instead. I agree the Chancellor's proposal is a bit, shall we say, drastic. I do, however, share his opinion that the CGF leaves much to be desired. It is wholly inadequate when it comes to state security. Oh, what would you propose, then? It's only a suggestion, but I would advise a mass reduction of the Guardian Force's numbers to start. Exchange Calvard can assume responsibility for Tangram Gate, while Erebonia does the same for Belgard Gate. That way, either army would be able to respond to emergencies statewide, whether they occur here in Crossbell City or otherwise, or they could just shoot each other from one side of the state to the other. Hardly an improvement, Mr. President. It's actually probably worse. And so, it is worth consideration. You're an impressive man, President Rocksmith. You managed to be an excellent statesman and leader, all while fending off staunch political opposition. Not compared to you, Chancellor. You're reforming an entire empire while suppressing the influence of disgruntled nobles. They're such catty bitches. Jesus. Listen to them go. They're gonna slap fight. It's can't be happening. Chloe is so fucking done. I love it. I've heard enough. Might I remind you that there are more than 2 countries participating in this conference? Pardon me, Your Highness. President and I may have gotten a bit sidetracked now that our discussion has progressed thus far. Would you two mind giving us your opinions on the idea? This feels gross. This is terrible. Absurd is more like it. Take some serious balls to spout any of this with a straight face. Hate to say it, but it's not as though their proposals don't have any basis. I was hoping things wouldn't come to this. At this point, all we can do is hope the Speaker and Mayor can stand their ground. Ring, ring, ring. Bannings. Sergey. Chief Sergey, what's going on? No time, I'll keep it short. Sonya just called me. Anti-aircraft radars installed near Tangram and Belgrade were destroyed. That's probably bad. Same ones being used to detect any potential invading ships in cross-Bellan airspace. That's bad. That's really bad. That's so bad. Oh, they're invading. She suspects it was the work of the terrorists. I've already filled Dudley in. As for you guys, be careful and get ready. Roger that. What's wrong? Oh boy, it was... Here we go. Please, everyone, may I have your attention? Regarding your concerns over Crossbell's domestic security, I would like to offer my own suggestion, he says, with a smirk. Oh. Thought you'd been staying a little too quiet. Let's hear it. What do you propose? Thank you. I was thinking... Everyone get down. Here we go. There they are. I guess something's gonna happen, huh? Airships? Yikes. Oh, yikes. Ugh. Adios, preserve us. Is it the terrorists? How did they even get here? See, this is more proof that your national security is ridiculous and insufficient to protect world leaders. Oh, fuck. That was the whole thing, wasn't it? That was the whole thing, wasn't it? Be at ease, everyone. These windows are bulletproof tempered glass. But to be safe, I must urge that you all back away from the window. Hey guys, let's maybe do something here. You alright? Yes, I'm fine. There's airships just now. One of them was a high-speed Rhineford model. Yes, I'm sure of it. The other was a Verne Company military gunship. Right, this aligns with the reports we received that one had been stolen. Is everyone alright? Yes, thank the goddess. Where did those fiends go? Good. You should be able to hear me now. I don't remember this guy's voice. Attention conference attendees, allow me to introduce ourselves. We are the Imperial Liberation Front. And we represent the anti-immigration faction seeking to protect the traditions and sanctity of our beloved Calvard. I don't believe it. To 2 terrorist groups menacing the Empire and the Republic. Our causes have seen fit to form an alliance such that we may topple the respective blights that plague us. Prepare yourself, Blood and Iron Chancellor Gileath Osborne. President Rocksmith, today you meet your end. To protect the time-worn heritage of our Calvard from the despicables of the East, we will stop at nothing. This is preposterous. Utter drivel. Yeah, but this ain't looking too good. Here they come. Here we go. I'm so curious, though, what was Dieter Croy gonna say before he got interrupted? There they are. We got dudes. Here they are. Look at all the dudes. They're headed straight for us? Damn. So this is what those blueprints were for. Never mind that. Contact the CGF unit on standby and have them... What? They came from down below. What the? Why did it just close? What in the world's going on here? Uh-oh. Button isn't responding. How's a girl supposed to chase a headline like this? Grace, Jesus Christ. This is far from ideal. Marcus Tower's security system must be under their control. This is likely the work of the hacker from yesterday. Let's move, everyone. 35th floor. Gotta protect dignitaries. Alright, here we go. We're gonna save for the first time in a while. We have half an hour. We have a little more than half an hour if we really need to. Let's see if there's anybody in here that we know and can talk to. Now, I don't know if we're going to get the whole thing done today. It's going to depend on timing, I think. But we should have opportunity to save after certain events, and we might wait for... We might wait to end the chapter. It's open just a moment ago. You work your magic, Tio. Do some beep boops. You guys in there? There we go. Good job, Tio. You're the best. Security on the other exits will likely be heightened. Okay. Down we go. Protecting the people. Here they are. Look at Dudley with his gun. Oh shit. This is probably bad. Now, smoke out the Chancellor. Oh, there's Arios. Here we go. See? I told you he was here. He was here for this. This is why he was here. Divine Blade of Wind. Hold your ground, attacking waves. We're here to help. You three fall back. We're in your debt. Mueller Vander, guardian of the Arnor family, and the Liberlian Royal Guard. Doesn't matter, take them down. Bro, I cannot stress to you the degree that this is the most important thing that happens in the entire fucking series. Look at that. Show-offs. Hey, Lecter, what's up? Oh, hey, guys. What do you mean, oh, hey, guys? The dignitaries alright? Yeah, for now, anyway. Save the talking for later. They're coming from behind, too. What? Uh-oh. Reinforcements. Someone's coming this way. Oh, they got... They're not archaisms anymore, guys. We can't call them archaisms. Just like the ones we fought in Mafia's hideout. Here we go. We're actually doing some fighting. It's not just talking anymore. Alright, these have all been scanned. Okay. She can't hit any of them. That's annoying. Don't shoot me. Ow, rude. Okay. Well, we'll just have to heal. Just have to heal. Blade's fine. Just stay there, honestly. There we go. Don't poison me. Poison me? That's fucking rude. It's so fucking rude. Stop! Jeez. They have archaisms too. Like they came in from the roof. Are those things made by the Society? Terrorists could have acquired them from the black market, or perhaps maybe the Society's in league with the terrorists. Over there, the archaisms weren't the only ones stopped in their tracks. Hell yeah. You're all monsters. Engage Plan B. Don't engage Plan B. What's Plan B? Stun grenade. Uh-oh. That's bad. I don't like that. It's closed. Through by force would be a tall order. Everyone! Wondering where you were. We were fighting archaisms that aren't called archaisms anymore. Nice job pushing them back with their tails between their legs. Maybe, but they're going to escape at this rate. You get it open, Tio? I don't know for sure, but I can try. Looks like I feared security level has been increased to maximum protection. I am unable to bypass it on a portable terminal, even if I use the Aeon system. Not good. Talk to me. Managed to hold out. Unfortunately, they... What? They're taking the elevator to the basement right this second? The basement? Uh-oh. Can't go back up to their airships? Stop and think about why they wouldn't. Could be trying to detonate orbital bombs. That's bad. Aiming to bury the Chancellor and President with the building itself. And everybody in it. No surprise terrorists would go to such lengths. Oh, we gotta fucking stop them from doing that. Get through the shutter even if it's by brute force. Wait. May not have to resort to that after all. Oop. Well, well, look who it is. You're the spitwad who trashed my place. Get you for that. You'll rue the day you crossed Yona Sacred. Feisty, aren't you? Freeze. Release the controls to the tower at once. Oh boy, I guess you've got me cornered. Fine, fine. This was just a little time killer anyway. I've had my fun. Good luck, boys and girls. Do your best not to bite the big one. Out of here, Campanella. What the? Ignore him. Focus on getting the tower back under control. Yona, did he come back too? So it would seem. He must have taken today's flight from Le Mans. Done. Now restoring tower control systems. You did it. Can we use the elevators too? Yes, I disengaged the locks. However, we have no control over the one the terrorists are using. In that case, I'll head to the roof. If anyone is to disarm the orbital bombs on board their ships, it'll have to be me. You could do that, Keelika? Of course, it's a skill any counterintelligence officer worth their weight would have. Isn't that right, Secretary Arundel? What do you say we split the work? Sure, might as well. Allow me to accompany you there. There's a chance they may have left archaisms behind to protect the bombs. The rest of you should pursue the terrorists. You may still be able to catch them. Understood. Banning's group is coming with us. 2 cells of terrorists we're dealing with will likely need to split up. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Heading down the elevator. Yes, right. Understood. We can make do with what we know. Good work, Yona. I will speak to you later. Again later. What do Yona have to say? He analyzed the terrorist escape route. They fled to the geofront via Orcus Tower's foundation level. By foundation, you mean the basement of the tower, right? It must lead to who knows how many sectors of the geofront. Won't stop us from capturing those fanatics. I refuse to let them get away and sully the name of Crossbell Police Department any further. My sentiments, exactly. I attended this international conference as a representative of the guild, and now they've assailed it right before my eyes. As a bracer, I cannot let this stand. Hell yeah! I'd probably be less nervous if it weren't for those bombs ticking away on the roof. Keelika and Lecter will handle the bombs. They seem pretty fucking cocky about it. Yeah, I've seen your Captain Schwartz and Major Vander. All-star bomb squad. Hell yeah. Going real far down. 35 to floor B8. Well, you know, the SSS is taking on Crossbell's underbelly for real now. Haha, it's funny. Ah, shit. Here we go. Time is of the essence. Now, I don't see a timer on my screen. Don't fall behind. I think they've been waiting their whole lives for this moment. Should hurry along ourselves. Alright, we're gonna drop a save. Here we are. Now, we could stop here. which I don't think we're going to get to the end of this. I think we're probably going to stop at the end of this. That's, in all likelihood, how we're going to play this. We'll see. This is not what I was expecting. I'm the only one who feels a little overwhelmed here. Curious, what exactly is this place? The main shaft of Orcus Tower, I believe. This chamber is where the weight of the structure is distributed for optimal load-bearing support. Heard there was something like this inside the tower, but I never expected it to be so expansive. Yeah, it's impressive. Can we keep moving now? Let's keep going south. Alright, we're going south. I was just checking. Just checking. I just want to know. I want to make sure I'm not leaving treasure chests behind. Alright, fine. Fuck. Hey, guys. Only one explanation, as far as their little collaboration took them. Dudley, Arius? What's going on? You have a problem. We're not just chasing one combined mass of terrorists down here anymore. Oh no. Saying the group trying to off the Chancellor and the one aiming for the President split ways right here. There's no doubt in my mind. Alright. One went that way, the other went the other way. It's footprints. They're in too much of a hurry to hide the tracks. Split into two groups ourselves, so we don't make haste. One or both of them could manage to escape. McLean and I will follow the Calvardians into the C sector. SSS, you pursue the Erebonian terrorists to the D sector. Why divide our forces so unevenly? Because we're strong and you guys are weak. You would be outnumbered several times over with just the two of you. C sector is home to a heat treatment plant. It's difficult place to navigate for those unfamiliar with it. Conversely, the D sector is larger with more open spaces. Your greater numbers will serve you better there. Tactical. Let's do it. Be careful. Yep. Terrorists willing to give their lives. They got nothing to lose. We gotta stomp them out. Let's do it. Fucking do it. Let's move out, team. Alright, drop another save. Here we go. It's gonna let us go this way? Nope. Alright, just wanna make sure. There could be a treasure chest sitting up there. I don't fucking know. Alright, healing up. Nice and heal up. Nice and drop another save. Yeah. Got some green herbs. Smoke those later. What are cars doing down here? Is this a parking lot? This is like the parking garage of the fucking tower? How are they driving their cars up and down these? Sign with the expectation that in the future cars will become more common in Crossbell. Great, great. Everybody. Everybody. Yeah. Alright. Okay, great. Great. So great. It's so great. We can stop talking and start working, right? Human signatures detected. A group of 8 is on the move nearby. Alright. Stop! So... that door is sealed shut. So we want to go this way. Okay, here we go. There. Everyone look. Not good. Oh, there's some dudes. What the? Who the hell are they? Pursuers. They follow us? Oh, don't shoot us with guns. Oh, you want to play? They're armed. Go out to your left. Crap, we can't afford to stop. Who are these freaking brats? They escaped. Ladies of the SSS sure aren't afraid to take action, are they? Alright. Let's pursue them. Alright, here we go. We got archaisms. I mean, not archaisms, because we can't use that word anymore. Don't do that. Nice. Look at those level ups. Alright, so we have 2 ways to go. Okay. Treasure. 'Tis I, the box of Iron Chancellor. How long do you think your precious chest bell will last? I don't know, man. Okay. Now where am I? Got a door up there. Got a door that way. Let's try this way first. Okay. What's up this way? Treasure. Okay. Hello, lads. I'm President Locksmith. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'd like to award you medals for opening all my friends earlier this year during the Bold incident. It's funny. It's funny. It's real funny. The fuck are you guys? I don't like this. Nope. Well, they're all dead, so it's fine. Shit. Okay, that's not a way to go. Alright, seems easy enough. Sepith. Guess chests weren't important enough to invite to the trade conference. Hunt Eater. Fine. We'll be holding our own chest Zamiria trade conference. Bad. Hate that. There we go. Tio's getting close. Nice. Alright, how we doing? Alright, so you can just this is where okay, got it. Anything hidden back here? No. What about up here? Day 394. It was another cold Tuesday morning when I suddenly realized I was still a treasure chest. Combat suit. Really glad Princess Claudia got to speak with Lecter again. Maybe now she can finally have some closure. Is it better for anyone and not bad for... I guess we'll just go to you. Okay, it's fine. Just don't hit me with magic. Alright, so is there other stuff to do down here? Because it was kind of a... You know. Level up Tio. Oh, I need to make sure. Hold on. No. Status for you, 0 field needs to be set as the S break. Okay. What's down here? Is there any, like, treasures down here? Ton of enemies. There's treasures. Celestial Bomb. How often do you think Remiferian general stores get phone calls asking if they have Prince Albert again? Does anybody, like, still know what that is? Like, legitimately. Like, that's like one of those is your refrigerator running kind of things. But, like, I do wonder. That feels like something young people, and I just aged myself 20 years by saying that, but, like, is that something people still know what that is? Alright, in we go. Here we are, where we got a, we've got a thing. Elevator control panel. Oh, shit. Sweet. Look at that. It's a fun ride. Nothing up here. Don't come up here. Go back down. Go back down. Nice. Look at all this experience we're gaining. It's so great. Let's go this way? Yeah. Chesting my patience. So we just do chest puns now. That's all we do. Just chest puns. Orbital bomb going off. That's not good. Don't like that. Just up ahead. Don't like that either. What do we have here? An underground freight line. That's right. It's used to transport goods and cargo to Orcus Tower. Everyone look. Bridge is out. That ain't good. That's gonna prove difficult. The walkway. Trying to shake us off their trail. Their tail. Trail. Tails in the sky. Tails to Azure. Can't let them escape. Search for another route. Alright. Alright. Don't be so pushy, Lloyd. Jeez. Alright, so this is where we came in from, right? This is where we... Yeah, okay. Alright, so through here, and then, yeah, got it. So we've got enemies up there. This is the dead end. This is also... There's nothing here, so... We gotta go this way. Alrighty. Hey, bud. Let's you and me fight. Okay. Here we go. That looks like probably progress. What's over this way? Can't target anybody. Why? I really need better movement for Tia, I think. She's having some problems getting places. Rude. Ugh. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Randy. Force reach level 3, though. Look at that. Getting super good. Nice. Oh, fuck. I didn't even realize. Didn't even realize that was a monster chest. Alright. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, they blow up. I knew they did something. I wasn't sure what it was. Don't shoot me with missiles. Okay, what do we get? Shield breaker, nice. Alright, now it's your turn to step inside, shut the lid, and wait until someone takes you out. Okay. Let's go down here. Yeah, bitch. Take you out. That's not what I wanted. Alright, have we made it? Got a train coming through. Got a car. No, it's a train. It's a train. It's all train. It's all trains all the way down. Alright. Heading through here. It's pretty epic. It's actually pretty cool. Feels like a major event in history. Not just like in the game, but like just in history, you know what I mean? Because it is. It's like the most important event that happens in the entire series. Fuck. Thank you, Randy. Appreciate you, Randy. Don't push me like that, it's rude. Oh, we have that thing. I don't remember what that thing is. The burst thing or whatever it is. And it's like super important to know that and remember how to use it. But not yet. It's not a big deal right now. Here we go. I think we're like kind of here. Look. This is like really important. Imagine they think that they've thrown us off the trail by now. Alright, there's a chance to catch up. Is this... Let's just drop a save here just in case. Orbital charging station? Oh, hold on. Alright. Damn it. Damn it. Stop shooting me. So rude. So fucking rude. How do I burst? That way, right? That's how we burst. Here we go. We're bursting. Let's burst. I don't remember what this means. I can cast arts instantly, right? And like I just keep getting turns. It's just constant turns. Until burst runs out. There we go. That's cool, I guess. It's like super important though, like later on. Like final boss. Like the final boss is impossible to beat without it. Like actually impossible to beat. The fight will never end. I will be using a guide for that. 100%. I remember like slamming my head against the wall. I love this game except the final boss. The final boss is so fucking awful. So, you know, it's gonna be what it is. I'm gonna need assistance on making sure we get that right, because we could be here for 7 hours trying to do that. Alright guys, with that, I think this is a good place to go ahead and wrap things up for tonight. So thank you guys so much for watching, whether you're watching live here on Twitch or after the fact on Twitch VODs, after the fact on the YouTube VODs, however you're watching, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. It's happened. We had the trade conference, and the terrorists hit. Just like we all knew was going to happen, obviously. It was obviously going to happen. The next stream will be on Monday, September 22nd. I believe that's the first day of fall. I think so. So yeah, we will finish this up. This will end the chapter. So we're going to go in that room. You know there's going to be a boss fight. You know there might even be a second boss fight. There's probably going to be some crazy fucking cutscenes. This is the chapter end of this chapter. This is the big thing that's going to end the chapter. And I keep saying, and I keep meaning it, that this is the most important thing that happens in the series, up to this point, certainly, and this will shape the rest of the series. The events of this stream and the events of next stream are going to shape the course of the rest of the series. And that's fucking cool. This event is so massively important. So, we've got terrorists that are threatening Gileath Osborne and Samuel Rocksmith. And we need to prevent that. We need to prevent them from succeeding in their attempt to take those world leaders out. Because, A, that's what you do. Like, A, of course. But also, B, if either one of them die, much less both of them, that will cause massive international crisis within the walls of Crossbell, which is terrible for Crossbell, because you know the entire wrath of the Empire and the Republic will come down on us. So that's bad. And also, very clearly, Rocksmith, mostly from subtext, which I very, handily translated for you, the subtext of Rocksmith's meeting, but also the very overt text of Osborne's meeting. They don't think we can handle security within the bounds of Crossbell, and this is kind of proving them right. Right? Which kind of makes you wonder. Kind of makes you wonder a little bit. Is it staged? I don't know. But there will be a lot of questions. A lot of questions. We have to get through this event, which we'll do next time. And then we have to reconvene and be like, okay, team, let's talk about everything we know. Let's share notes. Let's get the guild in here. Let's get the CPD. Let's get the CGF while we still have it. Let's get everybody involved. And let's just lay it all out there, get our theories together, and figure out what the fuck we're going to do about it. So, this is big. Next stream's also going to be big. We're going to finish the chapter. We're going to deal with the fallout. And I think after that we go into like a interlude kind of thing, where we will have basically like it'll be the vacation episode, the beach episode. We'll have one of those, I think. So that'll be cool. And then we'll just totally change tacks entirely. Get some good old anime tropes. So, next time, like I said, we're going to finish this chapter, do the fallout, and I'm not totally sure exactly what comes next in the story, but we'll at least get our feet wet with it. So I hope you're excited for that. I know I am. I will see you in the next stream on Monday for more Trails to Azure. Things are getting so spicy. I cannot wait. I will see you then. Good night.